Happy Thursday, new camera angle! Oh my god! We did it! We finally did it! We moved the camera over there. I'm liking this lighting a lot better. Feel like even the green screen's looking a bit sharper. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I haven't done that much tweaking. But, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Look! Look! We got a donation of $43.54. Who could that have been? Oh! Most recent donation, Jazzditch. I wanted to donate. And I would have donated last week, but I was waiting for payday. I was waiting for payday. Payday happened, so now we have first donation. Hey, Nemesis Gaming, how are you doing? This is a Thursday stream. This is a Thursday stream for me, which means it's a Warframe stream. Are you a Warframe player? Let me know. So yeah, we've updated the setup a bit. Now you guys can see my drink straw, which is a little bit annoying. I'll have to figure that out later. I'm not putting the drink on the other side because then I'm absolutely going to knock it with the mouse and that will be bad news for all. You are a Warframe gamer. Excellent, excellent. Collecting diluted thermia. I still haven't done that. How much diluted thermia have I collected? It will tell me in the alert because I have not collected that much yet. Where is it? 9! I've sealed 9 fractures. Not enough, Jazz? Absolutely, Gideon. I think we all knew that. But yes, it's been a busy week. It's been a busy week, but I had, I think, the best of light bulb moments today. The best. So, for work, near the end of a release, we start recording demonstration videos. So, going through some slides saying, like, here's the new feature, then doing, like, a little demo of maybe some of the config, maybe some of how it works. And I had been using a combination of QuickTime plus Keynote plus some other things at time to record these demos. And I had a light bulb moment today. I went, oh, OBS can record this, can't it? Because what I had done previously was I used QuickTime to record the webcam and then Keynote to record the like presentation and sometimes the screen. I'm like, I can just do this in OBS. So, I don't know if I'm allowed to use OBS for work, but I downloaded it and I've used it, so... You've done around 13 so far. Need to finish 7 more. Yes. So yeah, one day I'll get around to thermia fracture farming. But today on the agenda... Well, what's today on the agenda? I need to double check my title. Naberus, Liches, and leveling, because... I still have some Naberus stuff to get. I need to get all the Naberus stuff. That's just a fact. Need to get all the Naberus stuff. And the easiest way to do that is when you're in a group, and I know I can get Gideon in on it on Thursday, so haha, got you, Gideon. Seems like if you know how it works, you should be able to. It's not like it's heavily licensed. You never know. We used to have a wiki page that you could go to see what was approved software versus not. And then they sunset that wiki, so I don't know where to go for that list anymore. So I know there was a website that they redirected to after that, but I don't remember. I totally have the bookmark somewhere, I just couldn't be bothered checking. You need around 1200 tokens to get everything. I started with around 500. And then Gideon and I did a few more things. So one of the first things I'll show you in game is how many things I've left to get, of course. And also the new Warframe I've got to level. But I had another story. Oh! I should plug the YouTube. Where is Discord? I made a YouTube channel. What's on it, you might ask? VODs from Twitch. So I had wondered whether or not there was a way. I need to clearly set up Nightbot to plug the YouTube. I had wondered if there was a way where I didn't have to download Twitch VODs and then upload to YouTube. And there is a way to not do that. You can just export from Twitch, connect it to YouTube, and bam, it does it. It does some basic description and tagging. So I went through, updated descriptions, updated titles, or stuff like that. So we've got a YouTube. And yeah, Gideon's already got most of the stuff from last year already. But I don't, because I only really started playing again this year. So there's the YouTube. We've also got the Discord. Come hang out in the Discord. I mainly talk about Warframe. Not too much other stuff. And yeah, the YouTube was surprisingly easy to set up. But yeah, I don't think you can auto export. I think I'm gonna have to, like after each stream, go and export. But I'm very happy now that I will have the digital hoarding that I desire. I want to be able to go back and look at how far I've come in streaming and all that crud. Anyway, let's jump in the... Okay, no, I'll jump in the Discord in a second. But first off, I need to show you guys. Oh no, I didn't do this earlier. Oh no, that's right. Guys, I done goofed. I copied the Warframe. I copied the Warframe scene for my Oni scene, but then forgot to set up a different game capture. So you're seeing this live because I couldn't be bothered hitting studio. Oh no. Come back, game. There we go. Okay, we're back. Yeah. Copied this scene to make Oni scene, changed game capture to Oni, and then forgot to make sure there was a separate one for Warframe. So that was still set to Oni, not to Warframe. But we're fixed now. So, and I should want to lock it. It's already locked? It's already locked. Beautiful. So, first things first, the Warframe. I have the best new Warframe. I got myself a Wispy Wisp. We got a Wispy Wisp with... I love how the back sigil clips. That's, I'm familiar with clipping from World of Warcraft. I didn't know it would also start joining me here in Warframe. But we've got the Quest to Conquer Cancer sigil on, of course. But yeah, I've got a little old wisp to level. And then we were going to go to the Necrolisk to show off what we've got left to get. Many clips here. This is the first one I've noticed, so I'm not too mad about that. Oh, that's the other housekeeping style thing to update on. I was complaining last time about how I think my mic was sounding a little bit weird. And what I've done is, because it was plugged, I had recently plugged it into a USB hub. Hey, we got Gideon and Squad. I plugged into a USB hub. So my thinking was that was degrading something about the connection. Like using adapters, using hubs, etc, etc. So what I have done is I've removed it off the USB hub and chucked it straight back into the Mobo again. So hopefully it wasn't just all in my head, and hopefully the audio is a little bit better quality this stream.
It's Naberus. You do know what that is, right? The ancient Orcan festival of death, darkness, and deviance? The happiest time of the entire
Of course she thinks it's the happiest time of the year.
I've dug out all the old family decorations. Take a look. One of them even tells a story.
So last week I was too impatient, and I didn't get to hear all these voice lines. So this week we are being patient, and we are listening. Alright, so we have the ephemera. Both of them, I think. Yep, we got this, oh, that's a blueprint. Ah, okay, so we got, the first thing I bought was the wings, and then later on I bought the spider webs, and we did the mobile story last week. I got the Noggle. I've started working on the sigils and the glyphs. We got the Day of the Dead and the Hallows Eve palette. So what are we missing? We're missing a glyph, the simulacrum, which people have highly recommended for simulacrum, which I didn't realize. I didn't realize this was separate to Captura. I thought this was a Captura background, but it's a simulacrum. And Reddit's like, you need it. So we're gonna get that. We've got several weapon blueprints left to get. Oh, so that's the weapon blueprint. We got that one, and we got some skins. Otherwise... Oh, I've just realized we've got clashing music. Get out of here. Get out of here. I shouldn't have closed that. I'm going to need that later. Ah, well. So yeah, this is what we got left. So it's like 90, 90, so 180 plus 175 is like 310-ish or something. Plus that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We'll get to it. The question's gonna be though. The question's gonna be though. The question is gonna be though. Can Gideon keep me alive? Sorry,
I
Gideon. I've
can.
yet again dropped in on you without warning you.
Well, I just had to rush and stop the echoes.
Yep. I think the
Uh,
echoes were quite quiet this week, so you're all good.
can I? Not probably in this frame. I think
Yep.
we're gonna go
I mean,
maybe
it is,
for something I'm not leveling with.
I haven't even read her abilities yet. I just know that one of them's a giant laser beam, and I love it.
Wisp, yeah, Wisps 4 is just like it's literally open a portal to the sun.
Yes.
That's
And
it.
there is this button. Wisp becomes invisible to enemies while in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's pretty funky.
That would have been cool when the bullet jump Nightwave was up.
I've still got that. Haven't done it yet.
Well, at least I'm going to have Vitality Moat to heal myself.
Mm-hmm.
Also like a decoy to confuse.
Yep.
That's brilliant. Oh, that reminds me of not Monkey King, the other one.
Neja?
Neza. Yep. Neza's teleport. Will o' the
Yeah.
Wisp reminds me of that.
Yeah. She is one of those ones with really versatile powers if you work out how to use her well.
So she's already got the teleport on her 2, and she's got a teleport on her 3?
Yeah.
That's insane. Who needs that much movement? Damn, son.
And she's a little weird because Reservoirs is kind of an area control move. So she's sort of specialized in taking an area and then moving around that area really fast.
Yep.
Which is, yeah, it's a little weird. But she's still pretty cool.
The duration of an attack, enemies damaged by Soul Gate are increasingly more vulnerable to it. Oh.
Yeah.
Wisp most
Increased
usable
dots.
ability are only 1 and 3. Ah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of like send a thing out then teleport to it. I feel like I would panic too much for that.
I hear you. I've been playing a lot of Beat Saber recently.
Oh yeah? How's that been going?
Panic just, I don't understand the concept of panic anymore.
Yep.
Just like, oh, I missed 2 notes. I should probably not be looking backwards at them and instead looking forward at the notes that are in front of me, kind of thing.
Yep.
You learn really quickly. Not to be distracted by failure.
Yep. I think if we're going straight into this, I might make sure I'm using a very powerful weapon.
Yeah, I might switch to a different frame.
Yep.
If I need to keep you alive. Who should I play as if I need to keep you alive?
And I reckon we try the 30 to 40 to start with. Just to see how we go.
Yeah.
We can always upgrade once we're out there. Oh, Wisp Teleport has a shorter range. Because Cloudwalk is much better than that. Yeah, Cloudwalk's OP.
Yeah.
Cloudwalk
Cloudwalk
just lets you, like, glide through life.
You should have seen it before it was nerfed.
It's been nerfed?
It used to be that you'd just go invisible and you could zoom around wherever you wanted, and it consumed energy over time.
Yep.
And that's it. I mean, it had extra ability on top of that as well, like extra utility that it still has now. But the fact that it's limited in how far it sends you, is a big difference to how it originally was.
Yep. I've just remembered I should message Hef and tell him tonight in Warframe I'm playing the butt frame.
Indeed.
Or butt lady. I
Butt
think butt
lady
lady
frame.
sounds nicer.
gosh, she has such a butt.
He sent me fan art of her once in like skimpy cat girl clothing. It was hilarious.
Why do Warframes need clothes exactly? I mean, sure, we like there's all kinds of cosmetics, right? But
Yep.
they kind of got built-in clothes, don't they?
Yep. And of course we summoned Zane by talking about Wukong.
Of course we did.
Of course we did. Nemesis, UNS Taken is my fiance.
Hello, Zane. How are you doing? Hope you are
he-
having a lovely day.
He probably doesn't have audio on Gideon.
That's typical of
Next
Zane,
time he
isn't
walks past, I will tell him that you wish him a good day.
it? Well, I should probably push the button, shouldn't I?
Yep. Might help.
Might help.
I'm sure
My
you've
bad.
apprehended by now that
I'm like
Naberus
standing in
is
the
not
entry
as it
going, what
should
am I
be.
mean? What am I?
Ooh, Wisp's little dash forwards is nice.
Yep, she's
Lloyd can
cool.
take you through the
She's
retrieval process.
like a lot of her abilities are integrated into her movement.
Yeah.
That's
And
how I feel about her. You know?
This is one of the things that makes me sad about them adding all this cool shit to new frames is it's like I know how unlikely rare it is that they'll go back and do a pass on old frames.
It's actually quite common for them to do that though. Like,
For cool sprints and stuff,
yeah,
I don't think they would have added any of them to existing people. I think those have only been for new Warframes.
You're probably right, but I'm trying to think of an example if there is one.
Help me collect some samples. Just a few, and then we're gone. I swear. There! That one dropped a sample. Grab it.
Moat locked.
Grab some more samples.
Oh,
Just to be
Yeah, you gotta level a little bit first.
which one do I get first? It's just an empty looking symbol. What does that mean? And because I can't click it, I can't see the names of them. 'Cause I'm sure that would give me more of a hint as to which one her first one unlocked is.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not the healing one. I'm assuming it's whatever came first in the list.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Which I can't remember
normally-
what the hell it did because as soon as I saw healing, I was like, ooh, healing!
I think Reservoir is the first one.
They aren't all reservoir?
No, I think the first one's called Reservoir.
The first ability or the first variation of the first ability?
The first ability.
Yeah, I'm talking about the first variation of the first ability.
Oh, yeah, of course, because it'll come up depending. Yeah. So you'll
Yep.
get like the first one first, and then the second one at like level 10 or
Yes.
11 or whatever. Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, no, I can't do heals.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, I can do heals for me. I think I might be able to do heals for you as well.
Yep,
I
I just
might,
need to stop walking on the Juggernaut carpet. And all the Juggernaut carpet needs to disappear, please.
I think I just killed 2 Juggernauts.
I know. I'll just leave it to you and go abilities, and that way it'll tell me what the first one is.
True.
Except no, it shows me Arcwing abilities.
Oh no!
That doesn't help. Video game. I was trying to be cheeky. How dare you stop me being cheeky? All right, we uploading? There we go.
fantastic. I'm starting the data upload.
Haste mode grants increased movement and attack speed.
Safe if you mind.
I assume that's what the first one is,
Would make sense.
since it comes first in the list. It's DE though, so
True.
oh, how many Juggernauts do they want to give us today?
Must be.
Oh shit! I really need to not stand in the Juggernaut mess at such low health.
And there is a damn Jugulus as well.
Is there?
2.
Oh, up
2 now.
there.
Yeah.
Bastard. Well, I'm not dead yet, so I'm taking that to be a good sign. Not that this is necessarily the hardest bounty stage.
No. But you are completely unleveled at this point, so...
Well, I'm level 2 now.
Wow. Level 2.
Let's have more Juggernaut floor. Ooh, Matter Islands! Could always go for more Matter Islands.
Nice. And I'd say that the answer is yes, since I think I just saw another...
Yep, there he
Juggernaut
is.
right here. Yep, there he is. How many gosh darn Furliak pod blueprints are we going to leave with today?
All of them.
All of them, yeah.
Vitality, speed, and shock. Do you reckon it's vitality first, though, Nemesis? Because I only unlock one of them at a time. Oh, this is the worst.
This is the worst.
Ah.
This is the worst one. It is.
Hopefully with 2 of us we manage it, but...
Ah, don't kill the fish. Kill the
Kill the
pod.
fish.
And yeah, I'm just going to try and shut them down, basically.
Yeah.
Going to hang around them and...
We're doing alright so far. Just in terms of trying to win the mission.
Yeah.
We're not going for bonus on this one, because it's...
Oh, we might still get it if we do.
If we get it, it's a bonus. It's not an expectation like all the other bonuses.
Yeah. But these guys, yeah, they jokes.
It's just
How the
rude.
hell did you kill all of those guys before me? What the hell?
This is for this mission alone. Protea with turrets is the only way I beat it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I assume they're operating with similar AI to the AI.
Yeah.
I can't even
That
see
would
what they're
make sense.
shooting. Because it's Deimos. You can't see shit most of the time.
Yeah.
How are we going?
Badly.
We're losing.
Badly. We're losing badly.
Oh, hello, Juggernaut. How are you doing? First is Vitality, second is Haste, third is Shock. Thank you for confirming. Oh my god, we're still losing.
We're gonna lose. How entertaining.
I reckon we can pull it together.
Said that one. There we go.
At least for the Jugulus, I've realised let them damage it first and then steal
Yeah.
the kill. Come on, we can do this. Toggled on. Oh, it's a Juggernaut. Where'd the Juggernaut go?
Over here.
Shit, shit, shit. I got knocked back. Go, go, go. I was thinking it's for the Juggernaut. Let them get it most of
Yeah.
the way.
Now we got him.
Concentrate on the other. Oh, thank God. Cool, cool, cool. Who knew? Who knew bounties could be difficult?
Everything's better with new friends, don't you think? Oh,
I'm surprised we got him.
where to go next?
God's sake.
We toggled on. That's what we did.
Yeah.
Oh, does Whisk's reservoirs just stay forever?
I I think there might be a limited number of them.
Okay,
Like-
because I can
like
see
with,
them like very, very far away still.
Release the dash before
But
we
like with
commence.
frost snow globes,
See
maybe.
if you can damage that.
Ah.
Interesting.
Is this the one we
There is a
protect or the one we
small
hunt? Okay, this is the one we hunt.
protecting the infestation. Get inside it before attacking. As I predicted, no harm can
And
be
then
inflicted
this
from
way.
outside the infested
And then
barrier.
Gideon has the third one.
Proceed inside.
Yep. Far away. This one.
Maybe we can find another one.
Bada bing, bada boom.
What's that connected to it? Cracking down on these tumors seems to be doing something. Keep doing that.
I mean, for being a
No, you cannot breach the. You cannot
being a baby
breach
wisp,
the
I've got
infestation
600 health already.
inside its
That's not bad.
barrier. That is the
They are
essence of
infinite
the tumor. Now return to the
until enemies destroy it, and you can put max 6 motes of any type. Oh, so you could have like potentially 18.
Wow, you were quick. So quick, I reckon
That's a
you
lot.
saved more of the box contents. Wow. You got all the
This
pieces
third breach surge can
and
only
everything, too.
teleport between motes. So does that not have a range on it? And normal she blinds enemies. 6 only. Okay. Oh, of any type, not of each type. Got it.
whatever is buried here.
When it's got juice, a
Not 6 of all
purifier
type, yeah.
upsets the plants, and they stick their tongues out to taste what's different.
All right.
this.
This is the runner about one.
Fast residue.
You ready?
No.
Okay.
Be right with you. All right, now I'm ready.
All right, going in.
Purifier operational. Prevent any infested from interfering with it.
That's not what I wanted. Fuck.
Screw it. I guess I go for this one. I got very practiced at this one
Yeah.
for doing these quests solo for stuff.
Yeah.
I normally let the purifier burn all the way in.
Yeah.
Ah. Just so it regens more in the up close space. I don't know if that's actually how it works. Just how I assume it works.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know either.
Has Whisper got like extra flying power? Because shit, I am
Yes.
flying.
Yes, she does.
So she's like perfect for this one.
Yep.
Right, dropping another one.
Cool.
No, not gonna go for that one. Gonna go for this one. She don't have legs, so she floats. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's good at floating. I mean, I guess it does in this instance,
Yeah, exactly.
but it might not always.
I think you got all the ones I was going for.
Oh, sorry.
Not all of them, man. Just the
Last
ones
time I was
got
trying to make
back
sure
in.
that we were going in different directions. This time I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to get any.
But we've got it.
Yeah, pretty much. You just need one more. Dropping it.
Gee, yet another Furliak fire I picked up.
Oh, Zane Gideon says he hopes you're having a good day.
Yeah.
Not sure if you heard that. He said thank you, and
I
you
do.
too.
I do.
Lloyd tells me you have retrieved the samples I wanted. I am pleased.
Cool.
I suppose. you should have a
93
reward
mother
for your
tokens.
Nice.
So do you want to try up a difficulty level or keep doing more of that type? That level?
Easy. Whatever you think is appropriate.
I reckon we do that level again. That wasn't too
efforts,
hard.
if you have the interest.
Is this? Yes, this is the right spot for it. Hunt down. I'm getting attacked though, which is not fun.
You little jerk. Got him.
Cool. Ooh. I'm getting distracted. Right.
Welcome to our little menagerie.
Not again.
Casts, strays, and foundlings.
These things are so annoying. I can't even see where it is. There it is. Alright. There was a post on the subreddit about being triggered by the flying guys on this place, and I'm like, yep.
I find them hilarious.
If you'd like to join Nemesis, sure. Just, that's my username. I don't know how we can use that to collaborate. I've forgotten.
You gotta.
Or you can tell me your username and then I invite you. We're on PC,
Yeah.
which is also a complication. Also, I forgot the anxiety. I feel like there was a...
That was a 30 to 40?
Yeah. Well, I was waiting to see if Nemesis wanted to join.
Ah, true.
Yes.
My bad.
Which is why I stopped looking at them.
Yep, fair enough.
Only host. Alright, I can do that. I should be able to do that from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming capitalization doesn't matter? It doesn't! Beautiful! Oh, so she's glowing yellow to indicate she's invisible? Is that how that works?
I guess. I honestly
The sound design.
can't remember.
It's so good.
It is, though, yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if Nemesis is going to be able to vote on the bounty. They might be loading, though. Nemesis, where are you based? Just so we get an idea of what your ping's going to be like. I'm so sorry. Hey, they were able to accept. Let's roll. Oh, we got to play one emote. For the Nightwave.
The infestation has covered them now, but there are key installations on Deimos.
There we
that
go.
Still serve us well.
Easy
Locating and
as.
securing one of
I have detected a hive nearby.
Ah, hives.
Destroy it.
Gotta love hives.
I mean,
Hostiles
yo,
incoming.
but sure.
They're the only bounty I like on this goddamn planet. Oh no. Whoops. That was a velocipod. I was like, enemy, kill, kill.
Yeah, I was doing that with fish before.
Yeah. I was intentionally doing it with fish before though. There we go, got him.
They're all tuckered out. Let's go find some more playmates, yeah?
And it almost killed me. I don't know why they always almost kill me. It's so annoying.
It only ever happens to me once.
Shoot to destroy it.
It happens to me the majority of times. I don't know if I'm just unlucky or what.
Activity spiking. They will be a
Maybe the direction you approach them from or something? I don't know.
I've tried that. I don't know.
I have detected a hive nearby. Shoot to destroy.
I've decided that using Arcwing with Wisp is not a smart idea because if I just glide, then I'm invisible.
Hostiles incoming.
Not when there are those little guys around.
You reckon?
I mean, you are correct. When there are those little bastards around.
Yes.
Because they will take you right out of your Arcwing. But they
Yep.
can't see you when you're floating, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, hello.
What happened?
Oh, it's just, you know, besties.
Ah, okay. That reminds me, I need to turn my Discord overlay back on. Actually, I'm not going to do that mid-stream because last time it put a giant 404 splash screen over my entire Warframe screen. It was very confusing.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I getting a Discord error on my Warframe? Like, oh yes, overlays, those exist.
Oh, hey, there's a cache nearby. Maybe see if you can open it. We could use the resources inside to fix the base.
More tumors! I love this.
You will need to release the cache before.
Oh, so it's a hive versus the tumor, of course, of course. And there's 3 of us, and 3 ways to go. How convenient.
How convenient.
Gotta get inside it to hurt the blobs.
So that means if you've got a full group, one person can just do nothing.
You cannot breach the infestation from outside its protective barrier.
Nothing. Maybe we can find another way to break it free. What's that connected to it? Stacking down on these tumors seems to be
Oh, they
doing
get to stay at the main one and destroy it, and all of the others are done.
break open the
I don't think they destroy it. I think they just annoy us. We did it too quickly. I didn't get a chance to check.
Infestation from
Yep, fair
outside
enough.
its protective barrier. Excellent.
No wonder.
You should be able to retrieve the cache now.
Wow,
I should have done this later.
so quick I reckon you saved
No,
more of the
okay.
box contents.
There's no easy button.
Ooh, boy. Did you
Oh, I know where the easy button is.
lure that
Shh, I'll
humongous
figure this
thing
out later.
Brilliant.
Where are we going next?
A large predatory organism
Ooh,
in the vicinity.
there's a Predacite's running away.
Finding the parts necessary to
Sounds
make
like
raid
'em.
should not be too hard. Take down a few infested and look for parts.
Screw it. I'm not going to bother with the Predacite's. I need to be here for the XP! Which sometimes is called XP, and sometimes is called Affinity.
Yep, that's how it is.
Oh look, we've been here before.
Oh look, you can tell from the corpses.
No, you can tell from my reservoir. My reservoir is here. I didn't put this one down yet. It was already here. Oh, watch out, we got a necromech over here.
We sure do.
I really should use my more. Oh, there's two here! Can I teleport between them yet? Is that number 2? No, number 2's the
I think it's number 3. You mean.
decoy floaty person. Oh, interesting. The decoy floaty person, you have to decide whether or not you want to be teleporting when you start it.
Ah,
Have you got Wisp yet?
yes I do.
Ah, okay.
I think I just power leveled through her.
I've done that with a few too many people now.
Yeah.
For some reason, not with Nezza. I don't know what it was about Nezza that I was like...
If you're having fun with them, then, you know.
Or maybe it was
Could
just
also-
they took so freaking long to level because it wasn't an Ath Boost weekend.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the next one's a Cred Boost weekend.
Yep. Where are ya?
Ooh, I think that's the first time I've seen the Balloon Boy marked as a
We are now
spot.
ready to
Yeah.
begin the bait in
That's
fusion.
that would be hard. They take a little bit of time to do.
Is it time for... Yes, it's fast in 21 seconds.
Yeah.
That's no good. You gotta bop the infested near the jar.
Uh-oh. We've got a very hard to see puppy. Hi, Bailey. Have a good walk. She looks so unamused. Also, I put the mic over this side so you wouldn't be hidden behind it. Then you go and do that. Oh, I've just realised this is the kill 25 dudes in the bubble part.
Inside the
Blech.
bubble one. Yeah.
Because look at these juguluses being bastards about it.
I know.
I was going to use a stronger word than that, but I decided to not.
They are jerks.
Very rude of them.
Okay, come on, over here. Come on, inside the circle. That's it. Good.
Infested that are terminated in proximity to the vessel contributes to the infusion.
Okay, a jugulus actually spawned inside the circle for once, but we'd already completed it.
Your chance. Kill the target.
Oh, I always forget there's the kill the target part of this one.
Yep.
Very funny.
Target eliminated. Congratulations.
Oh no, Arnold is down.
Oh, rip Arnold.
Has exceeded. Well
And
done.
yet another.
My defense
Juggernaut.
Yet another juggernaut.
Is the season for juggernauts? Ba la 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 la.
I guess so.
I cannot wait for
You are in proximity to the
I know what they call it. What do they call
vessel.
Christmas?
I reactivate the dormant elements.
They don't call
yeah,
it Christmas.
I cannot remember. It's so silly.
I saw someone mention it on the subreddit, and I feel like it's very similar to what I've seen other video games call it as well. When they're trying to not be secular. Is that the right thing?
Yeah.
F. It's butt frame. We got some butt frame.
I think you made them mad. There's a bunch more coming.
Here we go. Control level.
Oh, this is bullshit.
I'll go up top.
Yep.
Where the fuck are you, you little piece of shit?
Oh, Arnold.
He's paying his dues now, though.
Working on a USDS mismatched Gabagoo. Damn,
Oh,
Heffy.
really?
I had a hunch you'd be working today on the butt day. Somehow I just knew. It sounded like you were having hectic times yesterday too. I saw you chatting in Gideon's chat. Those fancy flashy emotes kept catching my eye.
Control level. Where are the bad guys to kill?
Upstairs?
Control. Nope. Didn't see him up there.
Oh, I hate the cobweb boy. I feel like either he was bugged and never spawned, or he just didn't ever spawn for me for a very, very long time. Two problems days. Work always knows before a vacay. Work always knows. It's so true. Like, how when I was away for holiday, work decided to merge Java upgrade. And of course, that blew everything up.
Why would you not do that? I found a really weird thing. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know, the other day I was having trouble with that Minecraft thing.
Yes.
Parts of it work fine under Java 16. But the world gen stuff doesn't.
Oh.
So it kept on starting up. Really, really strange. I had to actually downgrade Java, or
Yep.
alternatives, to make it work. But yeah, so it's a Sky Factory server. So it's intended to spawn a world with nothing in it. And what it kept on doing was instead spawning a regular old Minecraft world.
Oh, interesting.
And it was even to the extent that I could generate the world on my desktop, move it to the server, start the server up, have it run like a regular Skyblock world because those chunks were already generated. But as soon as I died or something like that, it would put me, like it would spawn me somewhere else and generate new chunks underneath me.
Oh.
So it'd be a regular Minecraft world in those places, but then just like I could look out to see where my grave was, and it was in the middle of a void.
Oh, yep.
So that was fun.
Yeah, fun.
Yep, Java, fun. It just works, right?
No. Oh, I had my Mac crash yesterday.
Oh, good-o.
Something, kernel panic, something.
Yep.
It just works, right?
Yeah.
Protect the immediate area from
It's not like they've just, taken basically a whole bunch of GNU stuff, like wholesale, and then had to shoehorn in a bunch of other things to make it proprietary in the first place.
Yeah. The good news is we might be getting device refreshes soon.
Oh, yeah?
I'm due for a new... Like, they generally give us developers new computers every 3 years.
Yeah.
So I'm due for a new one, but, COVID, any excuse to not
Yeah.
spend money goes.
But also, I'm like, have you seen the supply issues at the moment?
That too.
Like, wow, I was really shocked by how long it's going to actually take for example, our people to get laptops.
Yeah.
Really long time.
I mean, as the biggest Mac shop in the world, we should be able to get them before anyone else does, in my opinion.
Yeah. We were just trying to get like Lenovo, ThinkBook kind of,
Yep.
and gosh, there's like a 6 to 9 month wait on them, something like that.
Jeez.
Big supply issues everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, that's why there's the GPU shortage, and that's why there's the new car shortage too, isn't there?
Yep.
Though I don't think Zane believed me when I was talking to him about that the other day. I was telling him there's a new car shortage, and that was
Well, I
driving
mean-
up the second-hand market.
Yeah, I've also heard that.
Yeah.
Even if it's an engineered shortage or like a projected shortage, like even if there is supply now, but they're slowing the rate that they release stuff at because they are worried about future supply,
Yep.
that's still gonna, that's still affecting the market elsewhere, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And to me, it seems mad that you wouldn't... Like, if you've got the stock, I'm pretty sure they would prefer to sell it in the majority of cases, right?
Yeah, but then they know that they're stuck with a situation where they don't know when they're next going to be able to get stock.
Yes,
Or-
yeah.
That's always fun.
Especially if they're announcing, like, NVIDIA supercards.
Yeah. Gosh.
One of Zane's mates was building a PC for his girlfriend who will most likely just use it for, like, Word and Excel and shit. And he was looking at the graphics card prices being like, wow,
Yeah.
what you get for the basics graphics card these days, it's the same price as what the best of the best were.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's way, much bigger change than what inflation would cause.
Yeah. No one wants to spend $4,000 on a video card, guys.
No. I wanted to spend $800, and then when graphics cards started coming out, I was like, okay, fine, I'll spend $1,000.
Yeah.
And then I've just been watching the graphics cards I had my eye on just escalate from there.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta go in the cave.
Oh.
Hives can be in caves. Yes.
Shoot to destroy it.
Okay, now that they're good and mad, hope you're ready.
But yeah, I was so sad when I went through the logic of, okay, do I buy a graphics card for $1,000 to $1,200, or do I save that money for a house deposit?
Yeah.
House deposit sort of wins.
Yeah.
Move on and destroy the next.
I could, like, definitely afford it, but at the same time, yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, now that they're good and mad, hope
a
you're
thing
ready.
just happened in Victoria.
Yeah?
State government just announced a first home buyer equity grant thing
Yeah?
where they pay like I think the deposit for the property up to 25% of the value or something like that, which is utterly insane.
Wow, that is...
Yeah, for first home buyers only, of course, though, and there's other like tests. Yeah.
Yep. And it only be
So-
for, like, the first 1,000 people or something, right? They'd cap it?
I don't know. I will have to check that, but they,
Okay.
you know,
Because I think Queensland's first home owners thing is capped at, like, the first 10,000 for the financial year or something.
per financial year is still not that bad.
Yeah. Well, it depends entirely when you go to get it.
Yeah, true.
How do we get out of here? Why are we going in circles? We're trapped.
No, we're alright.
We're trapped.
I found it.
They will be upon you soon.
Found myself wanting some AoE right here. I just don't have anything equipped that really gives it to me.
Isn't the... Don't you have an Arc of Plasma?
No, not on me.
Ah, I see.
Additional reward authorized.
I have a Kuma Quartak at the moment.
Ah.
I think you're close. Perhaps if you bait out the prime infested in the area and kill it, you might then.
Finding the parts necessary to make bait should not be too hard. Take down a few infested and look the part.
Just a few infested.
Can't imagine why that would be much of a problem now.
No.
That should be sufficient.
Oh, Jesus. I think maggots are brilliant for collecting bait.
Oh, they sure are.
This will draw more infested. Dispatch them while
Come on,
they're close
infesties.
to the vessel in order to complete.
Come into the bubble. Nah, I still can't switch moats.
Dang.
Bait successfully deployed. The desired target is approaching.
Desired target. I don't think he's that desired, mate.
Yeah,
Just
no,
because he's
I
got
think
big arms.
he might feel wanted,
A flawless victory.
but that's just confidence,
Effective anyway. The target is no more.
which, as we can see, he probably shouldn't have had.
Well, I would call it overconfidence in this case.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my
Correct.
goodness.
Where
The
to next?
squiggly boys, when they hit me in the dollar hand mask, I'm like, got a squid hanging off the side of my face.
I was going to say, does it clip or does it work well?
It works well.
Nice.
Hopefully I'll get a chance to even show you.
Please watch my back while I collect the last of my samples. I can't go back empty-handed.
I'm sure you could go back empty-handed, but that's fine. We'll come help.
Wait.
I think Mother would be upset, apparently.
Oh,
Laptop.
he's
the
not,
kind
Our Andrati friends have
Oh, there it is.
requested that I provide them samples of native fauna.
I think she refers to him as only mostly useless.
Sounds like most of the people I work with. Oh,
I swear, if the Andrati were to demand me sample,
poor mate on my team had spent many hours today trying to diagnose why one of our caching options wasn't working.
Yep.
Discovered that the support team had just absolutely destroyed it for Docker. And then, like, been in the pull request, been like, yep, it works for the customer, it works. And all reassuring and shit. They don't know how to run auto test. At one point, we tried to make it so that they had to add test cases whenever they made a change.
Yeah.
They refused.
Well, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's even a folder in our test suites called L3, and it has one example file, and
Yeah.
that's it. Oh, but that's right. The manager for support is based out of the US,
Yeah.
and apparently he passed away yesterday.
Ooh.
Haven't heard it through official channels yet, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Hoping it wasn't COVID, because, you know, US based.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he was not a young spring chicken. But just, I feel
Yeah.
bad for all our support folks, because they're the ones absolutely under the most stress most of the time.
Yeah, especially right now, gee.
Yeah, don't know, Hef, don't know.
Wow.
2.3 something K deaths a day. Still, that's fucking insane. That is actually insane. How is that still? That's like a 9/11 every day still, isn't it?
Yeah.
Though I felt
Unfortunately.
really bad for you guys down in Victoria today.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah.
Like, how? Why? Come on, you guys
I
have done this
know.
successfully so many times.
I know. I don't know what's going on here.
I wonder if, and I'd be interested to know if they're still, because I feel like New South Wales at one point would have stopped trying to trace all the cases and connect all the dots.
I feel like that too. I feel like that at this point, the relative, like, the amount of cases that we're seeing in Victoria versus the amount of vaccinations that we have,
Yeah.
compared to the reported vaccinations in New South Wales and their reported infections, something's not adding up.
Yeah. Well, no. What it is that they got sent many doses before Victoria and Queensland.
Yeah, fair.
They were able to get vaccinated faster than us.
Even so, I
Per
feel like
capita.
it's not a sufficient explanation, you know, like,
Yeah. I'm just wondering if you guys just keep getting more people coming in from New South Wales.
Congratulations, Terry.
you know, that's entirely possible, unfortunately. Like, it basically could just be that they're seeding us, and I mean, I don't want to say that it's, you know, going to be for political purposes or anything like that. I probably don't know what they're doing it, but
Yeah.
it's really unfortunate if that's the case.
Alright, I vote we head back in.
Sounds good.
3 point something was 9/11. Okay. So almost a 9/11 every day. Saren put spread on her COVID build in Vic. Oof.
So true. So true.
Yeah.
Man.
I thought your guys' numbers were starting to stabilize, and then today's just
Yep.
went nuts.
Yep.
And yet somehow Queensland keeps dodging bullets. I don't understand.
I'm okay with it for you guys.
Yeah. I know the only reasoning I saw on Reddit recently was one of the I think it was
Furliak pods.
oh my god, 13. There was a chick that had been in the community for 10 days infectious, but she'd already been double vaxxed. And somehow that saved us. I don't know. Ooh! I got a new pistol mod.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Cool. 2 Matter Ray lenses. I'm very happy about this. This was very good. Let's go see Dort.
Let's go see daughter.
This might be enough, or it might not. We'll find out.
It's
So,
Naberus.
priorities.
You
Weapon
do
blueprint.
know what that is, right?
Oh yeah.
The
Sexy
Similar.
Sierra.
Festival of Death, Darkness, and Deviance?
No, not
The
enough.
happiest time of the entire year.
I need...
I've dug out all the old family decorations. Take a look.
If we're going out one more time, I may as well buy everything.
Tells
Mm-hmm.
a
I need 50
story.
more. Also, this is a cosmetic for Basmu, which you do not own. Thanks, game. Thanks for calling
Yeah.
me out like that. Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right
Yeah.
there. Come on. I just haven't made it yet.
Yeah. Jerk game. Why be jerk for?
Happy
Wow.
Naberus. See you soon.
So like, this is same.
Oh, I love the Dorton voice lines. They're all so good.
She's funny.
She's a character.
I like her.
Together.
Right, that one should be enough.
Back with your results.
And I've got everything.
Everything. Of course you do. You already had some stuff. I figure I'm not going to let myself customize the Wisp appearance until I get to max level.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, I
How's
love
the-
when Arsenal does this in weird places. Like, what is this? What is this underground shit? Thank you, Nemesis Gaming, for helping us. Hope you're still gonna hang around
Nemesis.
chat. We'll see.
Particularly murderous specimen has been reported assaulting other teams. Would you be so kind as to find it and put an end to it?
Oh, it's because I was on stairs. It really doesn't like handling stairs. Oh, you gonna lurk? Thank you for the lurk. Lurkers are appreciated as well as chatters. Sometimes you just want to lurk. Sometimes you don't even want to
Yeah.
say you want to lurk. You just want to lurk.
Sometimes you just go in, be quiet, sit there, get called out by Hef.
That's such a hef thing to do. So sometimes I'll like peep in Hef's channel so he doesn't call me out. I'm hoping it doesn't update him when I'm just there for like a second and then I go. Because that would be orcs.
I mean, surely it's got a minimum timeout.
Warning.
You'd think.
You are now in the region
I would
indicated
think.
by
Ow.
reports
I
of
think it'd have a sampling rate.
murderous.
Yes, that.
Infested. Caution.
I can't
I ended up contacting one of our performance guys today to ask him how
You will need to create
quickly we should be running a new cleanup thread.
subsurface resource
Because of course we need cleanup threads. We use databases.
unlocked. Kindly assist
And this sheet wasn't previously a cleanup thread, and that was a bad design decision on my part. Absolute thrash the database unnecessarily. So, messaged him, and I was like, oh, it's for this sort of scenario. I'm thinking 300 seconds. Thread runs every 300 seconds. What do you reckon? And he's like, nah, make it 120. I'm like, okay, that's your recommendation. I'll make it 120.
The diggers ran out of juice. We better see what
Are you at B? Yep, looks like
Yep.
it. Yep, good. Good.
Also, why... I swear this is one of the slowest juice spawning missions.
Possibly.
This one specifically.
Pull over here.
Yep, I could use any spare juice you got.
Yeah, I got none spare. Got no
Yet.
enemies here either yet. True. Oh, here's some enemies. Now I got some juice. Let me kill these guys and I'll bring it over.
I feel like I got a message from somewhere, but I don't know where. Was it Signal? Was Zane sending me something? No. Okay, cool. Nothing pertinent.
Pertinent. Speaking of which, you gotta let me know if you think the emote that I did is sufficient.
I will need to examine the colours you've chosen, but I thought it was very good.
Ah, I think.
I think it will show up very well as a emote. Because that's one of the problems with text.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was a very smart choice of you to choose the second part of the word being all blocky.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Well, considering also the,
An excavator has completed its
the juxtaposition
Yes.
of the font types with the concepts.
Oh, I didn't realise we had a
Yeah.
C up.
We have a C up.
And we've got spare energy.
Yes, we do.
Juice, that's what we're calling it. I was like, what were we calling it?
Got a lot of spare.
Especially now that they keep spawning.
Yeah. Why do they do that? I mean, I know why they do that. Love when they spawn literally inside of the drill.
Yeah. I've only ever seen that happen a few times, but good job, game.
Good job.
Oh, I have my next moat.
Yep, it's happening again. Oh, nice.
I have a haste reservoir as well as a health one. Except are they physical objects, or was it just there were enemies in the way? Okay, it was just there were enemies in the way. I was like, oh my god, why would they make the reservoirs like blocking?
Yeah, I don't think they would.
No, they didn't. Thank god.
Yeah.
A full cycle has been made by
Cool.
all excavators.
Cool.
Outstanding.
Outstanding.
Excellent work, Tenno. With the ground well prepared, we can now proceed to the
Outstanding.
next step.
Ooh, okay, so that's the little pods I'm carrying. They're the reservoirs. They're the moats.
It will be necessary to
Ah.
clear nearby infested in order
Ah.
to achieve optimal hunting conditions.
I'm familiar with the term moat, thank you to, of course, World of Warcraft.
I have detected a hive nearby.
Aha,
The Burning
you say.
Crusade. Ooh. We love a hive.
Pay attention.
Oh, I know.
Incoming.
You've done many of the regular hive missions, like
A few, because there is a shotgun mod I need from getting all the caches on a hive mission. But I found it really interesting that I remember them from before we stopped playing, and they were, I felt, more difficult back then.
I think probably, yeah.
And then I discovered that they will actually show you the tumors on the minimap. I don't know when, but I started seeing them, and I was like, excuse
makes it a
you,
bit
you've just
easy.
made the game ridiculously easy.
It does make it a bit easy, yeah.
Especially when I'm like already obsessively looking at the minimap because I need the goddamn caches.
Yep. That's pretty fair. Pretty fair call.
Yep. Number 2.
Bit of an oversight.
Find some more
Number 3's downstairs again. Ooh, and I got stuck on the scenery. I was so pleased one stream to see Reb get stuck on the scenery as well. I was like, excellent. If the devs get stuck on the scenery, I'm not a noob for getting stuck on the scenery.
No. It's the game's fault.
Yes.
I mean, look at this terrain. Look at it.
I mean, it's aesthetic.
Yes, that is certainly a way of describing it.
Well, it has an aesthetic,
Virtually zero.
right?
Speedy resolution.
Yep. Has an aesthetic.
But it's not always functional, I think is the way I was going to finish that phrase.
Yeah, no, you totally, 100%.
I don't think we found Mr. Scratchikins, but I think we found some of his friends.
We found some of Mr. Scratchicken's friends. Oh no, is this going to be a... Hold the line!
Hold the line.
Oh no, I put the wrong remote down. Vitality. Yeah.
There's a bunch more coming.
I got
Control level.
upstairs.
Of course they are.
Well, they were upstairs.
Yeah, there's a few downstairs. It's fine.
Some upstairs. Yeah.
I was gonna be like, well, there's no enemies spawning, and then some spawned. Oh, I love having the camera back to the side. It's so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It looks good. Looks good.
I much prefer the lighting. This is what I wanted for the lighting, right? So,
Ah.
it's more dynamic and cinematic to have there be shadows. And that way it looks uncanny if you've got your face fully lit so there's no nose shadows.
Yeah.
And I like the way the shadows now play when I look forwards and when I look at chat / camera.
Infested casualty rate has
And this is
50%.
an interesting thing to become obsessed with. But, you know, considering they always say, like, audio is more important than video. But, like...
I don't know. I think it's reasonable to be interested in the tech.
Especially when you've gone to the effort of buying a goddamn green screen.
Yes.
So, I'm very, very glad I didn't pay full price for all this shit.
Thank you, Maddie.
Yes. Oh, I need have to remind me to ask Maddie about his audio mixer.
Yep.
Because, like, Matt said that he still is on Discord even if he appears offline, but I don't believe it.
I hear ya. 3, 2, 1, done.
Boom, chakalaka. Fast residue. Oh my god.
Getting a lot of fast residues there.
Oh man, you made that look easy.
Oh man, you made that look easy. Sure, attack. Sure.
Yeah, thanks, Otak. Yeah.
One more stage. Excellent.
The target can be lured. Finding the parts necessary to make bait should not be.
Oh, it's this one. Is it? No, it's different.
It's
Oh,
the
it's a visor
Circle,
predicite.
Overzealous there.
Circle and
You were not
the boss
supposed to
boy.
massacre it.
Oh. Something killed the visor predicite right in front of my face.
And
I turned around and you were there.
it wasn't me, I swear.
Yeah, I think it was one of the Vorpafilers. And or an
It could've-
enemy.
It could have been me. I actually came down out of the sky pretty hard, so I don't know what I landed on.
It did just melt. It was fine, and then I saw it melting. You weren't immediately on top of it. You were like I turned around and you were there. So you would have had to have made a
I'm
very
pretty-
large impact.
I'm pretty sure I didn't kill it.
Yeah.
I think maybe.
It's just an in-game pet that we could have saved for Sun. It's fine.
Good. Now place the materials.
It's just one of them things, you know. Like
Yeah.
Process.
didn't intend to kill it.
This will draw more infested. Dispatch them while
The one thing I like about Deimos bounties over Cetus bounties is when you do have to control an area, it is at least only as big as the minimap. It may be vertical, but at least it's not like too fucking horizontal.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's more about obstructions than anything else, I think.
Yeah. And once you learn they can be upstairs and there's two of you, like, it's
Yeah.
not as hard. It's when you don't know that.
Yeah.
That's when it's like, ugh, Deimos! And I think that's why Zane's never coming back to Deimos.
He hates bronze. Yeah.
Well, he's also got pretty bad visual ADHD, so I think it's more that.
But the fronds, they do get everywhere.
Sorry, what was that?
The fronds. The polyps.
Ah. I think I need to turn the game volume down a little bit.
The cephalons tell me the infested specimen was
Ooh.
located.
Gideon's
that
told
is-
you what?
A small victory, but victory nonetheless.
She said the Cephalons told her something.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Nemesis in game said thanks for the runs. Gotta go now. See you later. Bye.
Ah. Well, that explains that.
Yep. I wish I had seen that earlier.
Oh well.
In-game chat. Like, I've got in-game chat alerts on, but I swear it never beeps.
It's just very quiet. It's got like a little doo-doo noise, and that's it.
Yep. Like, a cute little notification if you're idling in a relay, but not when you're fighting dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the Zaku systems blueprint. I wonder if already I had that.
Did.
I've already built Zaku, haven't I?
I have no idea.
And another new mod.
Yep.
I've been lucky tonight with mods. Because both of them have shown up in my chat. Hey!
Laser sight's a pretty good one, actually.
I mean, I think it said something about shotgun and headshots, and so I sort of
Yes.
discounted it almost immediately.
It's like
Naberus.
plus 20%
You
status chance or
know
something
what that is, right?
at
Until
base
next time.
per headshot.
Plus 20% crit chance when aiming for 2 seconds.
Crit chance.
On
sorry.
headshot.
It goes up to 8 seconds though, and you know, a significant amount of crit chance.
Oh, it doesn't say that, whereas like the galvanized mods do say how many stacks they go up to.
I don't think it stacks. Oh, actually, yeah. I don't know if it stacks. It's a good point.
All right, I guess that does that mean it's time for Liches?
I guess so.
I Why? Like, after we'd done the last round of Lich hunting, I realized that I have the thing that can cause the Lich to appear,
Mm.
and I should have just been using that. So that's fun.
Hmm.
Oh no, we only had another 20 days to finish the Knights of Naberus stuff.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I should go build some of that stuff. Oh, the Naberus ephemera doesn't require Vitus Essence.
It apparently requires Kondrak wings, though.
I've got 24 of those, I'm fine.
I love how the smoking body ephemera requires an ash chassis.
Yes,
You bastards.
that's why I haven't built it.
Systems, rather. Yeah.
What else was Knights of Naberus? Was it an Arcwing weapon?
The Basmu.
Yeah.
There it is.
Carbides, titanium, isos. See, those are like railjack things, so
Yeah.
I thought it would be an Arcwing weapon.
Yeah, makes sense.
But that's fine.
But it's not.
And
It's also,
they're-
from memory, pretty good. I can't remember, actually.
okay.
Bit weird. And the Seti Lacera, which I remember being pretty good. But then I'm a sucker for Kusarigama.
What other blueprints were there? I'm sure there were more.
Cosmetics.
There's a dark wing weapon. Duck? Well, this is a cosmetic thing, not necessarily a weapon.
You
But
could show
that's-
him the. You could show him the dark wings, though.
It's funny because the words Hef has in that message make the username of one of Zane's friends.
Fair enough.
You mean the ephemera, isn't it? You mean the
Yes, it is.
wings,
The wings.
the
Gosh,
very
the
draconic
wings.
bat wings.
That's what we got for this year's special for Halloween. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're
The
pretty
wiki
good.
is terrible for this. Can I just say? Because it doesn't say, oh, it gives you the Naberus ephemera blueprint. It just says Naberus ephemera. Like, I don't know if the Day of the Dead skins are skins or skin blueprints.
Or blueprints. Yeah, good point. Good point.
Okay, they're not blueprints at least.
Cool.
Ballroom, simulacrum, don't have to build. Okay, I think that's all the stuff I need to build. I think we're Gucci now. I was so keen for the color palette though, because like the purples in it are absolutely my jam.
Oh, totally.
Or is it? This color palette, like muted colors
Oh,
are
yeah.
my jam. Muted purples, ugh.
And it's all the greens as well. The contrast between them, absolutely great. That one particular palette, yes.
Yeah.
Such
Like,
variety.
oh, that purple is like my favorite.
That's great.
And that
That is-
purple is my favorite. And that purple is my favorite. Oh, I love the color when it's smack bang in the middle of red and purple. It's like that burgundy color. Like
Yep.
some lights it leans purple, some lights it leans red.
Oh, yeah, they do like their iridescence.
On Wisp, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's perfect on her. Look at her arms in particular.
Yeah. Or her thighs.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But yeah. They've done some great texture work in this game.
Gosh, yes. Considering that it is, a dated kind of game, they actually do keep on going back and fixing stuff up.
Yeah. In YouTube, when you select what game it is that you're playing in your video, it includes the year of release. And I was like, Warframe 2013, that's so long
Yep.
ago, and yet not that long ago.
Yep.
It's not like a World of Warcraft 2004.
Yeah.
Alright,
That's the history of the internets right there, though. Like in a nutshell,
that's it.
right?
Oh, lovely. Everything in
Okay.
its place.
Mars.
I think I will switch off Wisp for Lich hunting. I think that will be a smart move.
I think I will switch on Titania Prime, but I'll just use my catch mean.
Now, leveling melee weapons is easy. I was like, I could level a melee weapon at the same time. Oh, hang on. Can I see it? No, there's like a squiggly piece of fuzz on my nose. I think from my knitting, which is directly beside me. I should give a knitting update at the end of this stream.
Yeah.
Because,
Awesome.
yeah, I was very glad I found my mistake.
Although, if you'd be willing, would you like to give the knitting update on Sunday instead?
Why not both?
Why not both?
Why not both?
Excellent.
I was thinking that a jazz every fortnight cadence would be pretty decent for your Sunday streams.
I'm up for that if that's good for you, for sure.
Yeah. That way
Sounds
it also gives you
great
buffer
to
to
me.
like find another guest for like the weeks where I'm
Oh.
not there.
I definitely intend to have guests on in weeks when you are there as well, though, sometimes.
Okay.
So, yeah. Because you also carry a good conversation. turns
Thank
out.
you, thank you. I've had to learn mainly all on my own. I think there's so many social cues that people pick up from their parents, but like,
Yeah, I hear you.
yeah. And also, I can't believe how many alerts come up at once. Like, I feel like when we started playing, either I wasn't paying attention to the event tab, or it was just like sometimes a ghoul purge, sometimes a thermia fractures. Like,
Yep.
I'm so glad they've put so many events on. It's
They also needed to. They spent a lot of time recently over the last couple of the last like 2 years making that stuff a lot more readable and a lot more accessible. You know, like so it's easy to actually work out what's going on,
yep.
especially with those events in particular.
And I feel like it's the opposite of World of Warcraft. When World of Warcraft is prepping for the next like major expansion or next major patch, you get like no content. Whereas DE, in my opinion, has been so super smart in giving us Knights of Naberus and giving us Plague Star before that. And I assume if their scheduling's not great for November, I reckon they'll give us something else in November as well.
Yeah, they'll give us the new. Well, they'll give us the new.
I was saying if that's not ready,
If that's
it
not
was
happening,
ready.
if that's not happening, there will be people like biting their nails constantly, and yeah.
Isn't December a good time to release games though?
Oh, certainly. It's just people have been waiting for this for a while.
Yeah. But they've been pretty clear about like there's no date, there's no date.
No, that's true, but I think they have internally got a projected date.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just loved when they had to be like, just because Plague Star ends at the end of October, don't consider anything from that.
Oh no! Sorry.
Oh good. I should have pressed number 2 first, and I didn't, and so I paid the price.
What's going on in here?
Oh no.
Oh shit, it's right.
Breaking
As
the
if-
fourth wall!
As if he didn't know.
Yeah.
Funny guy.
I think this is 3rd thrall out of 10, right? We found out last time it was 10?
Yeah, something. Why are they very
Excuse
glowy
me.
today? I mean, I don't mind that they're glowy, but why they're very glowy.
I don't know.
Is that a new addition?
Maybe.
Warframe.
Is it-
Forever changing.
An effect there? Well, I reckon it might be my purple energy color.
Could be.
Welcome home, Zane. Well, what's happening over here? What's the matter with you? I'm assuming you're referring to the fourth wall. Which is quite, I'm not sure if you would have noticed, but it's quite silly right now because, I've got the camera on a massive angle and the green screen is not. So my horizontal ability is, significantly reduced.
Ah, I get you now.
Zane said that when coming in. Of course he did. My brain dropped it from RAM instantly. I can't see junk. I'm driving. Hey, watch out. Hef's driving over here.
Hey.
I thought for a capture it'd be horrible and we'd go too fast and not get many thralls, but we're not doing too bad.
Yeah, do you think they actually, like, I feel like the change notes that we read last week have now actually been applied, maybe?
Oh no, I don't have the thing that calls them out equipped, I don't think.
Oh, dang.
What's it called?
A beacon?
Yeah, I don't have it equipped. Damn it. So I really need to stab them.
We had like 7 that time?
Yeah, I think so.
Not too bad. It's just a guy walking backwards and forwards in a corridor here.
Oh yeah?
Poor fella. He saw me.
Oh, he dead. I saw his corpse.
I didn't say you could play here. Now, give
Oh,
me
Bab Teddy? Is that mine? Or is that yours?
I think you must be.
I don't recognize that name at all. I don't know why, like, Nervy Fito and I feel like one of the other ones' names have stuck in my head and all the other ones I've just forgotten. It feels so rude of me.
I feel it's like novelty, you know, though. Like, the first one is, like, a big deal, and then after that it's like, oh yeah, I'll totally remember this guy's name. And then, unless it's memorable, you're probably just not going to.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. That's right, I finally made a lock pin. Haven't used it. Rec Room Ultimatum times 6. Alright, let's try that out this time. I wanted to do it at the end of the mission so that she had a chance to, you know, man up and show herself first, but that didn't happen.
Yep.
I don't know that I've got many good missions left. Has yours fled already?
No.
Okay.
Getting close.
Sabotage. There we go. It was hidden by an invasion.
Cool. I got a crossfire as well. So we can do that.
I had a crossfire too, but it was, I think it was Grenier versus Corpus, and I was like, eh.
Yeah, fair enough.
Grenier versus Infested, I would go for.
Yeah, well. I think we can do either way somehow.
Yeah. I have just glanced across at my OBS, right?
Yeah.
And I have noticed that, looking at the quest to conquer cancer banner, I've remembered what they were doing on stream to get donations.
Yeah.
Where they were writing out.
They were writing on Reb's face.
Writing out a monologue on Reb's face. Not with like texture, thank God, with like a makeup pencil, but still, like, it looked so wacky. It looked like something straight out of a Doctor Who episode, to be honest.
It's a very Reb and and Megan thing to do, I think. Though.
And Megan was going to delete one of her warframes again. The same
Yeah.
one that she had to delete last year.
Why do people do these things?
I don't know. I mean, I
mean, for
still want to
charity,
say,
sure.
like, if I get $500, I'll do a 24-hour stream, but it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
easily not going to
Don't.
happen.
Yeah, I mean, just don't do it because it's a really painful idea.
No, but I'm not going to get to $500. That's the point.
No, it's something like I mean, if word got around that you were going to do that, I'm sure that people could conspire to make it happen.
I don't
Right.
think 500 would be reached.
But at the same time, I'm like, I wouldn't contribute to it because I don't want you to have to do that.
I might have to message T and ask her if I can put a post about it in her Discord and then maybe start
Oh.
spamming it everywhere. Be
If
like,
you
hey
do-
guys, if I can
you
raise
do-
$500.
It would happen. I'm pretty
I don't think it
certain that
would.
There's a good chance that you could get that. Like if you got like Max Crew and all of those, the British peoples, and also the Northern Ireland people.
Yep.
They-
Also, I
But,
think
you
it
know,
might be
if you got a
500
large
Canadian that we would need to raise.
Ah,
Because I opted to pay in US.
yeah.
And then that number is not what I paid in US. It defaulted to CAD.
Yeah.
But the problem is I want some other ideas. I want like a $200 milestone and like I want other milestones before I commit
Yeah.
to $500 for a 24-hour stream.
I straight up still don't think that you should have to do it.
Well, the problem is people do 24-hour streams for free.
Yeah, no.
They do it for
and-
celebrations. That's why I'm like,
I-
no one's going to pay to see this.
Yeah, but in addition to that, like those people are like there's a certain like person out there who is capable of handling a 24-hour stream. You know, like some people can do it, and well, some people should remain healthy.
Yeah, it's... First things first, do you have the physical health to do it? Second
Yeah.
things second, do you have the mental health to do it?
Yeah.
Third things third, do you have the organizational capacity to do it?
Exactly.
I think if you don't have those three things, you shouldn't be
mean,
doing it.
I know that you definitely have like the ability to organize it, but that's not the problem here. Like, I'd just feel bad for you.
Considering I stayed up for how many hours for TennoCon voluntarily?
No, that's true. That's true. If you can handle it, then I mean, go for it. But I still don't want you to have to do it.
But that's the thing, you're saying it as if I don't have a choice when I'm signing up for it.
Yeah, I know. I just think that just because other people devalue themselves, you don't have to. You know.
It's raising money for charity. Anything counts. No, Zane.
Zane. My goodness.
Seekers were
probably
the
leave.
last guys I had to kill. What do I have to kill now for Anaris?
So Inaros, yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, we should probably leave, you know, with the whole place is about to blow kind of thing going on.
Oh shit. I wanted to summon my chick.
I think maybe not in this one.
Too bad.
Ah dear. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
It's fine.
Oh, I do love our mouths.
You take care of her as much as you can.
Oh, no.
Yep,
no,
get
no.
her, get her.
Don't make
Where
me
is she?
forgive you.
She's not down yet.
Yeah, she's down. Surely.
Oh.
Nope, sorry. She's
I hope I remembered to change up my
Now she's down.
Thank
Now she's
you.
down.
or I hope I remember to change out my Requiem. Otherwise,
Oh,
that was
yeah,
an expensive
shit.
nothing.
Yeah.
See, we got 2 minutes 40 left. It's fine. I knew we'd have this. See, and the exit's right here. I knew what I was doing.
And there's a case right there.
Oh, nice.
You found the first
Of course, there's one right at the exit.
I'm detecting
Is the way.
more footprints.
I'll do 24-hour stream this month. Exactly. Hef does them like they're nothing.
Well, that's because Hef has insane sleep schedule anyway. I think I'm just valuing sleep here.
Ah, yes. I am not someone that values sleep as much as other people do. In terms of some people really, really, really value sleep.
Nah, it's just like it's just like with my illness and everything, it's
Yes.
become if I try and stay up for longer than like I don't know, 16, 18 hours, I am wrecked for days afterwards. So
Yeah. Oh, thank God I had swapped it out. Oh, okay.
goodness.
So I think technically I could get her with putting all first. But who would want to do
Yeah.
that?
I could get it right now too.
Shotgun. No, because we haven't done any...
I
You haven't been on duty still path with me. How could I have bought it? He's asking me if I've bought the Teshin mod this week, which is the shotgun one, which is the one I really want. But he, like, I told him on the weekend that I only had, like, 5 steel essence left.
yeah.
I need his help to do steel path, but he hasn't logged in. Anyway,
He
do
doesn't think of it that way. Alto, before we
Sure.
move on to series.
Let's do it. Yeah, Green versus Corpus. This is the one I had as well.
Yeah.
There is a large platoon of Grenadier stationed here. Leave no
I'm so glad the ultimatums are a thing.
Yeah. Very useful. The Penta, on the other hand, in this point, not very useful.
Mm. The next thrower we come across, I want to check if he's glowy before we hit him.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they might be. I feel like they might just be glowy now.
Yeah.
That must... actually, I have a vague recollection of that being in a hotfix.
I mean, yeah, like I was saying, I feel like the time to spawn on this run,
Yes.
as compared to when we started doing it, is much faster. Even to like last week.
Oh, okay, there's one up. And they're glowy.
Yep.
They're just glowy now.
Just glowy.
I have crazy stamina in many parts of my life, like work. I've done 16-hour days as a cable guy, 20+ hour days in this job. That's a crazy skill to have. I often think that I also have a little bit of an ability to just soldier on. But I can't do it without complaining a shit ton.
I definitely used to when I was younger. Before
Yeah.
I got sick, I didn't get tired at all. But
I imagine a chronic health condition doesn't help with that.
yeah, I got ferritin. What's it called? Ferritin reduction completion. That's the one. So my blood doesn't always oxygenate as much as it should.
Ah. Without break or lunch. See, nah, I had to resist speaking up the other day, in the GIDS chats, because people were like, "Oh, I forget to eat, and I forget to eat too," and it's like I cannot stop thinking about food. I get hungry, and then it's just like, I gotta eat. I gotta eat.
You're allowed to.
But I am what I would consider not a healthy weight because of this.
Yeah, fair enough. It is very hard that it's like both sides of that kind of equation end up being an issue.
And it's such a polarizing topic, is the way I'd put it.
Totally. It's not even that though, because people can say, "Oh yeah, it's definitely bad to overeat or to have excess weight or not enough weight." That's not controversial, like.
Yep.
It's just like hard to talk about when people's individual experiences are so contrasted, I guess.
Yes. I only found out recently someone I knew that was having issues keeping weight on.
Yeah.
It was actually because they were on ADHD meds, and that fucks with your appetite.
Well, yeah, of course it does.
Yeah, not with Zane's. He's yelling for the other room. I plow through work like a truck. But it's a bit more of an American work ethic. People are proud to be abused. Yeah, like a badge of honor. I feel like it's a similar. It's surprisingly a similar thing in Japan.
I think it's the same in certain parts of Australian industries. It's definitely like that in hospitality, for example.
Yeah. But in the tech industry, I think there's the in the white collar tech industry, I'd call it. There's the thing of you're one extreme or the other. You've got the work-life balance, or
Yeah. Yeah, and people who have the work-life balance seem to be able to generally maintain it without too much effort, but the people who don't have great difficulty breaking out of that.
Yeah, I mean more the business wants it to seem like they've got good work-life balance.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can start work whenever you want and end work whenever you want, so long as you get the job done.
I mean, I'd say then it just becomes a matter of workload, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'd actually say that I do have, personally, that good work-life balance, kind of like in that particular sense. But I've actually had to fight for it, and I was able to do that only because of the level of success that I've achieved in some stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Whereas, my work sends out surveys every so often to see how people are going. Like, ask the very typical question of like, are you proud to be a person that works at this company? Would you recommend working with this company to a friend and all that bullshit?
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, we got told in an in-person, non-recorded meeting that it reflects our specific office badly if the scores are bad. It doesn't reflect the company as a whole. No. It reflects our office.
I'm like, yeah, there's actually a definite way of resolving that to ensure that those scores are good, right?
Yep.
And it's to provide a good working environment and not try and, bully your staff into pretending that they have a good working environment for the benefit of a third party to see. Because the reason that you have a good working environment is so that you produce good work.
Yep. So I got fed up with just giving a good score just cause.
Got him.
Nice. And this time I ripped into them a little bit.
Yeah. Like, honestly, that's not acceptable.
And that was the last murmur.
Yep. Perfect.
Sick. Hef said, like a badge of honor, that's E NPC here. I always scored places low. Yeah. My main points, I think, this time were, they were like, do we foster an environment of innovation? And if not, what can we do to do better? And I was like, stop making people so stressed.
Yeah.
By claiming to be agile and really not being agile.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop paying lip service to principles. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, but we don't know how to do that because we've entrenched ourselves. Like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
You and the rest of the tech world.
It's so funny because
I should
related
say the business world.
net promoter. That's a phrase I hate.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. There's an offshoot of our product where they were being really cool and agile, but then there were no customers, so they basically froze development for a year. And it was frustrating because it was a friend of mine's chance to actually own a chunk. Because in our team hierarchy, there's like 2 teams, me and this mate as team leads, and then like the guy above us that's very technical still. His fingers are still too much in the code in my friend's branch. He knows nothing about my branch
Yep.
of the project. So he's a member of the team that my friend gets to assign tasks to, except he's always mucking with the plan and pulling shit out early and doing all this extra shit as if he's still the team leader. And so the fact that they froze development on this other project for a year just completely fucked my friend over for a year. But they've got almost 2 customers now, so things are kicking off again. So it's just like, fingers crossed for you, mate.
Good luck.
They really love their words and mottos and metrics. Oh no. Or
Zata.
ENPS, Employee Net Promoter Score. Yeah, NPS.
Yep.
Fuck that shit. Alright.
Like, someone should explain to them how maps and territories work in pure basic terms. It's like they...
Thanks for singing on stream, Zane. Alright. I need to do my Requiem Parazon first.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have a bad time.
Yep.
Yeah, passing score is 80 plus out of 100. Like, I know most US grading is shit, but that is particularly shit.
Yeah. That's actually just silly.
Of course, Vome was the last one. So it has to be Vome first, and then I've got a 50-50 chance of getting the second one correct.
I've got my combo worked out.
Cool. And I found a capture to do.
Yeah.
So hopefully I just get it right, and we get in, and we get out.
Sweet.
So last stream we had 17 drop frames. This stream we have 0 drop frames.
Very nice.
Very nice.
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
Should I just summon them with the Requiem?
Nah.
Ultimate?
Don't. I mean, how many do you have?
Probably 5 more.
Okay, fair enough. Don't let me stop you then.
I just want to know.
I mean, you can.
I just don't, because they've just moved planets, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they won't. They probably won't spawn immediately. You're probably right. But yeah, I don't know.
Vital information that we will need to extract. We need our subject brought back alive.
Are you holding back?
I'll show you holding back, you witch. I love that I can stagger her.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Almost. Except of course she had to teleport.
Of course she did.
There
So
we
one of those
go.
things.
This one is guaranteed.
Good.
Next one, not so much.
Yeah. But if you get it, then you get all 3.
Yes.
Oh, no, you don't.
Where's she gone? Here she is. She's down. Think. Yep.
No.
Dang.
That's
Oh well.
annoying.
Gotta remember to swap them now.
Yes. That is very much a thing I could forget. We haven't got the capture target yet. That's a worry.
Nope. Well, we haven't seen them yet, have we?
Considering there isn't a voice line when I'm catching up to them, maybe we might have.
Well, I think we got them anyway now, haven't we?
Yep.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here.
Our part is done.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah?
Who we got? Who we got?
Oh.
Someone's coming. Oh, hello, Storky.
Oh, you're getting stalked, aren't you?
I'm in a low-level frame. Of course I'm getting stalked.
How does DE know so well? Oh, this is what's annoying me. Rampant. Alright, where is he?
He'll be around here somewhere. There he
Normally
is.
he's
Right
got a
behind.
red marker on him.
He's right behind us.
I still haven't seen him.
He was up here a second ago. Where'd he go?
He's being a sneaky stalk. Oh, there he is.
Here he is.
There we go.
Poor Storky.
Yeah. It's fun to 3-shot him, or less.
Watch yourself.
Poor guy. Just, you know, I just feel for him these days. You know, he used to be really scary.
I'm like, no, you're paying me for my time, not to be a cheerleader for a company made up of rich shareholders. Why would I have any emotional investment when I'm told constantly to put a cog in the right to work, in a right to work state? Makes me upset. They want it both ways. Yeah, blind loyalty and absolute obedience. Something I never expected to annoy me, but that became incredibly frustrating was this week. Some of the because we're STEM. They care a lot about diversity and inclusion. And so a whole bunch of the ladies at company started talking about getting some new t-shirts made up.
Yep, sure.
And unfortunately, they're choosing the most fucking stupid, corny slogans. And it's just like, why can't we just have something cool for once? Why does it have to be a pun? The only pun-based t-shirts I've seen from our company have just been shit.
Well, I mean...
Need me on the writing stuff?
No, they don't need you on the writing stuff. I don't think you'd do any better. Like, empower her? Like, no! Just do something cute with, like, the colours, the icon, and just, like, a good phrase. And
don't
it's just...
overdo it, guys. If nothing else, just don't overdo it.
And that's the problem they are. And the problem is, it's a reply all chain that's now like 20 plus messages long and I hate it. And partway in the middle, some people were coming up with actual good ideas, but they've circled back to like empower her and shit like that. And it's just like, there's another one that's worse than empower her, but I can't remember what it is. But they were talking about like making a tree of words and shit. I'm just like, guys. Just do like women at company and just keep it clean. Keep it simple. Zane's watching over my shoulder drinking his strawberry milk. How you going?
Hey, Jace.
Hey, Hef. How you going?
Hey, can I interrupt for a second?
Yeah, sure.
I can't type and drive 80 miles an hour anywhere. I want to talk about a motto. My company's newest motto is connecting you to the world. And I literally pulled up my laptop and like Googled that. And like, can you see how many like hundreds of companies has this motto? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh no.
I mean, this is the most generic thing that you can think of. This is the dumbest thing. And
the most generic comms company slogan ever. Yeah.
It's the worst. And I'm like, who thought of this? Who thought of this? This is so dumb. I'm embarrassed to have this on my shirt. What are you talking about? Connecting you to the world? I mean, every like Fortune 500 company from the 80s was using this slogan or this motto. Sorry.
I feel like there was a new one as well for AT&T that John Oliver just complained about. I can't remember what it is. It was like word salad. They'd just thrown it.
Was it that other talking about how AT&T was spearheading like the right-wing OAN channel? Was that the episode? Because I haven't seen that.
No. Oh, yes. No, it was that one. It was that one.
Wow.
He talked about that? Okay, that's interesting because that's something that just was recently released. That AT&T was funding 90% of this crazy right-wing and they also told them to not say anything bad about the company. And it's just, whoa, what are you doing? This
Yeah.
is some crazy oppressive stuff that you're doing. It's like meddling with real, actual news to make sure that your company comes up on top.
Yeah.
It's poisoning the well.
I found it by going to the John Oliver video. Hang on. So their new slogan is "More for your thing, that's our thing." What? More for your thing, full stop. That's
just
our thing, full stop.
That's impressively
Kind of brilliant.
colloquial.
No, it's not bad. It's not brilliant.
That's a word
Zane.
salad. That's a word scramble.
So, John Oliver, technically still owned by AT&T, but in talking with their, in talking about the right-wing stuff, they're like, DirecTV respects the editorial independence of the channels it carries. And so John Oliver's like, well then.
Mm.
No,
so
yeah, he keeps on going. Spank me, AT&T daddy.
Yes. The slogans
I'm talking bad about you again.
The slogans he suggested instead were, assume something was lost in communication.
Mm.
All the business savvy of Quibi without the courtesy of committing corporate suicide. If you run a cable out the back of your headquarters and plug it into T-Mobile's network while they aren't looking, that's legal, right? Asking for a friend. And it's just like, it was so good to see him tear a new one into AT&T in front of a live audience again.
Yep. Well.
Oh, they're back in front of a live?
Yeah.
They definitely deserve it.
The audience just lapped it up.
I've never understood the American obsession with turning natural monopolies into private corporations. I've never really got it. Like, it's a network. It's infrastructure. Like, how the hell is this not going to be incumbent? Like,
yeah.
Oh, you don't know. They've taken billions from, I don't know if it's federal government or state governments to
Both.
upgrade.
Both, and not actually done anything. Yeah,
and they didn't do anything.
There's been like
Holy
2
shit.
or 3 bands worth of court cases over the last 20 years where they've done this repeatedly.
Gideon, if you're still in the game, stay in the game.
Gotcha.
I got distracted and I didn't sort out my Parazon mods.
Oh, I got mission failed.
Okay. Because I was host.
Yes. Good point.
I knew there was a reason why I should have been the one queuing. I'm like, this doesn't feel right. What's wrong with this?
You're right. Sorry.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. You were helping.
F to thank.
No, thanks for popping in, Hef. It's good to get a little chat from you.
What are the 3 events active?
What are the 3 events active? Knights of Naberus, Ghoul Purge, and Thermi Fractures. I can't see where my chick is. Oh, Sedna. Right. Now, I can't remember which one it was you chose. Do you remember which one it was you chose?
I still had a capture.
Oh. I thought yours would have left.
No, yeah, weirdly, it's level 3 and I've got I've got the right combination. I just haven't hit him yet.
Oh no, no.
I've got to hit him one more. I've got to actually kill him now. So I've got one more left.
That doesn't make any sense. Once you get the combo, that's when they flee.
No, I haven't actually. I've got the combo. I haven't applied it yet.
Okay. So the last time wasn't the application of the correct combo.
No, well, the last time when I got him, I was testing to see that I had the 2, and then it went, those are correct, but you don't have the last one, and he automatically left.
Oh, I wondered why that 3rd segment went too fast. Okay.
Yeah, it happened instantly.
Right. Okay.
So we could.
I thought you'd gotten him.
This one.
Okay. I just wanted to complain about mottos. It's on a hoodie they have. Oh. I've got some really shit ones from my company that are from a different product in our stack. And so I just wear them as pajama t-shirts because a mate just gave them to me because they didn't fit him.
I'm in HPC, so I also have those t-shirts because company sends me messages saying, "Hey, you went to training course XYZ, didn't you?" And I go, "Sure, I did."
Remind me after the stream to show you the shirt that I was complaining to you about that they finally sent me.
Yeah.
It's going to be too big for me, but whatever, it's a free t-shirt. But they sent me other stuff as well. They basically sent me the exact order that I put in when they newly released all this shit a couple of years ago. I mean, it can't be too little too late if it eventually arrives, right?
Yeah, sure.
Good to see you're actually doing the mission while I'm just playing around with enemies over here.
No, you're right.
Shirts, yeah. Hef, I would post it in the shirts Discord channel, but then it would reveal who I worked for.
Yeah.
It might not actually, but you'd be able to Google it pretty easily.
Yeah. Anyone who wanted to work it out would be able to.
Yeah.
Surely.
But yeah, they sent me a pop socket and a pin as well.
Oh, very nice.
Which is exactly what I ordered when I ordered this shit myself.
Yeah.
Just the shirt's now a large size of the when I ordered it.
That's weird, but okay.
Well, but they didn't. I think I'm pretty sure. I'll have to check my cupboard later. I'm pretty sure I bought it at XS, but they were only offering smalls and up.
Smalls, yeah.
Yeah. Which is fine, like, sure. Go with what the majority will ask for, but...
Yeah. But yeah, like, it does kind of imply that someone maybe potentially kept your order on record.
No, I don't think they would have. Different address.
Ah.
Yeah.
If only. If only.
Yeah, that's it. Did everyone get a pop socket? I'll never know. Yeah, but it was really weird when they launched all this merch. I feel like one of the other chicks at our office got given the pin. But she's involved. She like put her hand up to be involved in the marketing stuff, so it might have been from that. Whereas I was like, interviews, publicity, no, thank you.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
New frame versus old frame dash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Titania.
Ah.
So yeah. I don't even remember if she had that to begin with, to be honest.
Yeah. So, see, but that's the point. If she had it to begin with, then...
Yeah. Then, yeah. Whether they would have changed that, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. We must get up. There we go.
Get up to get down?
Oh, should I summon my person again?
You can if you want to.
I'm doing it. Oh, no, I can't because they're not on this planet.
Of course.
There we go. One of these days, the next time Heffy cleans up the Jazz Stitch decal, I'll get it on a t-shirt. Or I'll wait and then I'll purchase it directly from Hef with his shirt making goodness. Because the amount of shirts I've bought from America, and they all have very trash fits. I don't know what a baby doll is, but none of us are baby doll shaped US of A. That's not a thing. You might be. Is that what you said, Zane? Okay.
He might be Cupid doll shaped.
Yep, Hef will be making shirts. I'm excited.
Shorts. Very nice. Did you get a printer for it?
I know he was looking at it. I don't know whether or not he actually put the order in.
Or are you going to use vinyl to do screens? Is that part of the idea? Because that would work.
There's so many ways to do it these days.
Mm-hmm. I can finally get rid of this Secura Penta.
Yay! Gotta get paid. Yes. Like, I couldn't do the donation until I got paid.
I gotta get a new card because ATM ate my card, and all of my shit is bouncing right now.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
I'm so glad. I'm like with multiple banks and shit. Like, I got backups, especially now with instant transfer. God, it makes it a lot easier. He's got a heat. He's gonna get a heat transfer shirt vinyl.
Ah, cool. All right. I do have an exterminate.
Yep, go for it.
And we've got Draco and Gabby. So if we need to, we can do survivals.
Yes, Zane?
Reckon I can log in or...
You would not be able to log into your existing Warframe account on Switch. Can you bump the green screen up a little bit? I can see it.
Moving my fingers along.
Yeah, right there.
So they literally
Thank you.
said on like 2 dev streams ago
Mm.
that cross-play and cross-save are coming in 2 different... This is for Zane's benefit, so I know you probably already know this. Cross-play and cross-save are coming in 2 different waves, because it turns out every time I've said, yeah, they'll need to work out account management and stuff, I know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, so they actually explicitly mentioned that they need to work out exactly how account merging is going to work before they can do cross saves.
Yes.
So the answer explicitly is even when there is crossplay, there will still at first be per console accounts.
Yes. And so Zane will need to wait even longer.
Even longer. Yes.
I will give him the cliff notes of that later. We haven't got, I was going to say, we haven't got any thralls yet, and then, like, there's one right there.
Right there. And we have, I just killed them quickly.
Yes. No, we didn't find thrall floating in the reeds in the water. No, we didn't adopt him and turn him into a fighting machine.
What's the opposite of on fire? Because that's what Zane is tonight.
Wow, that's so mean, Gideon. Gideon said you're the opposite of on fire tonight. I don't think that's true. I don't agree, but Gideon's that mean. Oh.
I love you, Zane.
He says he loves you. Maybe platonically.
Yeah. I don't want to make Jazz jealous.
Oh. I was gonna tell Zane what you said about cross-play and cross-save, but he mildly left the room.
Come on, Spawn! You're bad.
They're clearly not
creature.
furious enough.
Not furious enough.
Oh, come on! I should be able to fall through this. This is very silly. This is very silly. It's
Level
a bloody
designers.
hole in the environment, and they're like,
Level
nope.
designers.
Walk down.
The most tortured level designers in all of gaming, right here.
Yep.
Like Deimos. Just look at Deimos.
Ooh.
Oh, hello. What's this then?
Ooh, I'm getting new locket.
A new lookout. Cool.
Hey, remind me what
Bam,
cold
bam.
was in reference to.
These
Oh,
guys
we
are
need
gonna
to kill
die.
Eximuses this week, so
Oh yeah, true. Perfect.
I am detecting a prosecutor.
not on fire, of course. That makes perfect logical sense, Hef.
Well done. Now we have to extract
Like how there
I think I
exists
meant-
cold
I thi-
ones to be the opposite of hot ones.
Exactly like that. I think that what I actually meant was the inverse. Yes,
And which again is cold.
that's true. It's explicitly true.
Yep. I mean, I guess what's the opposite of fire?
Yeah.
The inverse of fire is not
The
necessarily
inverse of
cold.
on fire. Yeah, yeah. And on ice doesn't really work because that's already got kind of a meaning, but
Mm.
because he's definitely very much alive.
We hope.
That's certainly part of the problem here.
I wouldn't say that. God damn, Gideon. He's not a public figure. You can't just go calling for his death like that.
Wow, I wasn't doing that. I was just saying that state is contributing to the problem. That's all.
I have no words right now. Oh, hell yeah, Javelot capacitor. I've seen
yeah.
Japanese use cool as in Crichton cringy. Crichton? Crichton? I don't know that word.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Autocorrect added a word. Autocorrect is sneaky like that. Oh, the worst part.
You mean they've used it? You mean they used it sarcastically, right? Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
The worst part about recording for the demo today was I didn't bother moving my mic over because fuck moving the boom arm. And so I used my headset mic, and I forgot that my headset mic captures a lot of mouth noises.
Yeah.
And so normally I move it very far away to fix that, and I forgot to. And I finished the recording, and I went, I am not re-recording that.
Yep. Pop
and then
noises.
half an hour later went to edit it and went, ah.
Pop noises.
I hate mouth noises.
Sabotage or survival?
Sabotage.
Done.
Sabotage on the series should be pretty easy. I was legit thinking belters as well, Zane. We're into season 2 of The Expanse now, and it is very good. Cool
It's,
as in cold, as in not hot, as in cringy, as in creepy. Ah. Interesting logic there. It wasn't Hef that called you cool, it was Gideon.
Oh dear.
Is the context I got. Yeah, that makes sense.
Woo! That was close.
Hmm?
I just almost went into a door trap.
Ah, yes. Classic door trap. I didn't even check if he was dead yet. I just ran up to him and pressed X.
It worked.
Mm-hmm.
He certainly didn't see it coming.
I would like to claim it was highly efficient.
It probably was.
It was a
right there
girl
next to you.
talking about a cab driver who hit on her, and the guy she was talking to said that he was being cool, not that he was cool.
Oh, yeah. Like he thought he was being cool, you mean. Is the context that would have come from.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Because of action movies.
Well, not based on the logic that Hef's defined.
No, I guess I'm just going off of prior use. You know, temporarily in Japanese. A lot of a lot of Japanese colloquialisms are actually just transliterated from American, but specifically from American use. Partially because of media, but also partially because of the military bases.
Ah.
So, if actually a good example, a really good example is the inverse of that, which is if you want to say cool in Japanese, colloquially, at least in the early 2000s, I don't know if it's the same now, but the way that you would say cool was saiko. Which is literally translated, you know, like 1980s American. Wow, that's psycho.
Ah, interesting. Smash the fuel injectors. Now I suspect we're gonna have to go open some blast doors. Are we? Are we not?
Seems
Yes, we are.
like one way or another.
It was, no, that his actions were bad. It was weird. It was Thane Camus talking to Morning Masamune in English translations.
Like Sephiroth's
Actually, names taken from a historical figure who was a very famous swordsmith. So yeah.
Why am I not surprised? The name's taken from something old actual story something.
Old actual swordsmith.
Well,
Why do
story
the
was
name-
swordsmith.
Yeah, the name's Masamune is always associated with, like, especially like generally colloquially in Japanese culture, so it's associated with
Get mine open. Where does the name
swordsmith. I think that comes from the story in which Link was a girl.
Gideon said something about the story where Link was a girl. Also, can we...
I'm wondering whether he understands that.
We almost need a Weeb alert,
Yeah.
channel redeem to go off.
That was weird.
Are they angry enough yet?
Well, I don't know, but I did have a door that wouldn't open for me for a minute.
Comes from the main streets of Grove Street.
Oh,
Here we go.
Up the CJ.
it's Lich time.
Sure is. Oh
Ooh, there's a thrall
no!
for me. Bam.
Ouch.
You got
Killed
ouchie?
by Oxalus.
How dare they?
Ah!
Did you go down?
Went down.
Shit. Alright, I'll
So
try and get to you.
it's that I've got toxin-based dudes
Yeah.
again.
Again.
Again. Typical kids.
Ooh, and I'm not a good combo. Where's my energy Zane when I need him?
No. That time. Got it. One. Got one. Got put down.
Ah, shit.
Can't fire
I don't
for
have
some
the
reason.
money. Not money. Energy. Brain
good.
short-circuiting because tired and...
I died for some unknown reason, but that's okay.
You got up again? And they're never going to keep you down?
That's it.
That's the sustain.
In an absence of Zane. No. I say shit like that all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Can you hear me again yet? There we go.
What the hell?
Did you get him?
Yeah, yeah. It just the dialogue messed up and it only showed me the first one.
Yeah. I've had that happen before. And then on the third one, it'll come good and show you all three.
Yeah.
Just a UI bug.
Yep. Ah, no!
He's down. You're down.
It's okay, I'm coming up.
Okay.
Oh no, fuck. Ah. Oh well, that was a waste.
Yep.
Never mind. Thank you, Saren, for being Saren.
That's me. There you go.
Now we got him. Saturn Proxima.
Beautiful. Let's skedaddle.
Let's get this cache.
Looked into the video, yes. Samurai, both lame and cold.
Samui.
That's the one.
So death.
The sound Zane is making is a little bit grating.
Yep, this is Zane.
He's grating a carrot. Or he was.
Very good job.
Thank you, Zane. Thank you for lifting me up rather than tearing me down.
I found a second cache, by the way.
Yes.
And also some mods up
I was going to do my
here.
best not to say a single word on stream tonight.
I do not recall you saying that whatsoever. Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't think that this is your
Yeah,
best
it's not.
ever effort, Zane. I mean, you don't have to put yourself down. It's okay, buddy.
What was the
There's
rest of
a-
your sentence, Zane? Oh, okay.
There's a couple of mods up there if you want them, but looks like it's time to go.
Time to go. I need to check the fury level of my Lich.
Yep.
Ooh. I need to buy something from Suda.
Oh. Oh yeah. Well,
I'm
worst case, just buy relics.
assuming you've got all the Suda weapons already, Gids?
Yep.
Cool.
I got the Suda, everything except the armor because I switched just before that came out.
You want the armor? It's
I could
tradable.
get it later. Unless it's the only thing that, you know.
Yep. It's either that or relic packs, so...
Go for it then.
Do you see anything interesting?
Leisure augments.
What leisure augments? Nobody needs leisure augments. You cannot own duplicates of this item.
Oh.
I thought it was... It does say tradable. Want to try trading them?
Yeah, but not right now. That's fine. You might as well go for the relics, or at least one pack of relics, just to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only listening to fast music these days, Hef.
I prefer if you didn't smack the microwave on, but if you need to, you can.
Go hungry until it's...
Okay. There is an oven right there that you could probably use. Did you guys hear that Dolly Parton song Slowed Down? Can't stop listening to it. No, can you link it in a Discord, please? If you've already linked it in Discord, please, can you tag me in said link? Because there is so much Discord activity everywhere that sometimes I can't keep up. You posted it in audios? Okay.
Keep.
Alright. Finally time for Sedna.
But yeah, all of my music these days comes exclusively through Beat Saber. So,
I was starting to build a playlist in SoundCloud for all the future funk that I've been enjoying, especially from
nice.
Moshop. And then I had a think, and I realized I pay for Spotify.
Yeah.
So I moved over to Spotify instead. I haven't verified that my playlists match up yet, but I got most of the Moshop songs, and now I've started using Spotify's discovery stuff to try and find more future funk.
you will find 1,000,001 anime entry opening songs.
Yes. The
Like,
hilarious thing is
many.
the playlist I found was created on the most never forget day of all days.
Oh.
9/11.
Which... Oh, that one.
This
Right,
year.
The boring old never forget one. Yeah.
The never forget
The
one.
never forget one.
Like, what other never forget ones are there?
I mean, everyone has...
Oh, yeah,
see?
true. That's a good option, Zane.
I mean, fire. Anyway.
You're a fairy, you can fly, but you might want to go back and get that. I don't know what that guy was, actually. I can't see a prompt for him being He looks special, and then he wasn't special. I'm very confused.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. I need to get rid of that alarm if I'm never going to pay attention to it. Oh, I forgot to check a fury level. Got distracted by Hef talking about music. I remember how difficult it was for beginning this game Jasmine to get up to this loot room. And I almost stuffed it up.
Too powerful now.
Mm-hmm.
Almost stuffed it up. Had so much room to maneuver in there that you almost stuffed it up, and yet you still won.
Yeah.
Still did it. Chivos.
Chivos?
Achievements.
Oh. I've
Ability
never
to
heard them
control
called that
the
before.
game
That's the
confirmed.
most Italian nickname / shortening I've ever heard.
It is, in fact, a very old Rooster Teeth thing.
Oh.
Which they themselves mocked.
Of course.
Yes.
It's very Rooster Teeth of them.
Yeah. And then there was this one time when Bro Team, before Bro Team sucked. Anyway.
Anyways.
You know that thing where you can believe that someone's like doing something ironically until they become unironic with it? Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm too aware of when I do that myself.
Wow.
Like when Zane and I started making jokes about using the word daddy. And I was like, I can see where this is going.
Oh boy.
Thankfully, we nipped that in the bud.
Yes, but on the other hand, stupid exists.
Yeah.
You have broken the ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Oh boy.
We can't find extraction yet. We haven't summoned the Lich.
Just exploded for no reason.
It's strange when Grineer do that. It's almost like their form of puberty, right?
Yeah. If they're lucky, they retain their limbs.
Alright. Using the ultimatum.
Cool.
Remember how much fun we had?
Here we go. Why am I on fire?
Because she's a fire lady.
Yeah, I was just silly and was just standing in it, you know.
Where did she teleport to?
Behind you.
Over
Like directly behind you.
But up. I'm not good with
Yeah.
verticality.
Yeah. But like so the most directly behind you. Gosh, I'm doing
Ow!
no
That's rude.
damage to her.
Don't do that.
Show me what you have learned. I have learned that it takes only 8 pounds of force to remove a human ear.
Ow. I'm gonna go down.
She's
Really
down.
good now. Wow, I got the first one correct. What a surprise.
You deserve this.
Can't imagine how that we would have been able to predict that.
Did I remember to change the mods out?
Yes. You
Cool.
you ended a mission specifically to do it.
Yep.
Are you holding back?
How does one get more energy? I must not have any energy regen on this character.
Over here.
Oh, thank you. That'll do it.
I try and keep her busy. I'm not doing much damage to her. Yep, she's down.
There we go. Wow, I got the second one correct.
Yay! Taking her shields. Ooh.
Oof. I hate that fiery knockback. It's so annoying.
It's I actually kind of find it quite fun because it's so spectacular when it happens.
She's up. God damn it.
Up
She's up.
There's...
Am I out of bullets? I'm
Yeah, I
out
know.
of bullets.
Here, allow me.
And she went down again. Not in the way that we'd like her to. FKB! How's it going, FKB? And we got the cut zone too.
Oh.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I just got home. You going to work? FKB. Yeah, FKB got a new job.
Oh, did he?
He's handling packages.
Oh, yes. I did know that, actually. Woo.
We are just completing some, what I'd like to call endgame content. I think that's accurate.
Seems pretty accurate. I mean, look at how many times we're shooting this guy in the face and he doesn't go down. There he is. Down.
There we go. Pleased to Saturn Proxima.
Pleased
Just
to
got up
Saturn
after
Proxima.
getting self together. Hey, we got Crazy Squirrel! Long time no see, Crazy Squirrel.
Hey.
We've already got all the Knights and Naberus stuff, so we're doing Liches. His name is Tidy Whities and he's smuggling plums. Only plums?
That's quite a thing to smuggle.
It is going pretty well, Crazy Squirrel. You know, I did a thing. I made a YouTube channel.
Wow.
Don't know if it's gonna be worth it, but I'm gonna do stuff. That's an old Bloodhound lyric. Oh.
It is.
Alright, now we got a
Stupid
Rowjack. Do you want to
Bloodhound
host
gang.
Rowjack or should I host Rowjack?
Either way works for me.
I don't have a pilot, so I suggest you
Okay.
host Rowjack. Let's see if I can beat you to it.
You
I can't
definitely
join
can.
session. No.
You definitely can beat me to it.
No, I can't. The game won't let me.
I mean, you could definitely get there faster than me and find that I'm not there yet.
I don't know what you mean. I tried clicking on join session and it didn't work, and that's what I was referring to in terms of reforming the group.
Yeah. And I was going to my ship which I'm now in. And I can invite you.
Oh. You probably could have invited from the relay?
Yeah, but then I would have had to have gone to the actual hangar, and I couldn't remember where it was.
You could have just
I tried
been
fast
in
travel.
navigation. And then click the railjack icon?
No.
Yes?
No, that doesn't give you host, necessarily.
No, but you didn't need to leave the ship to get host.
Anyway, it's
Doesn't
okay.
matter.
It's all okay.
Let me check that out real quick. Thank you, Crazy Squirrel. Much appreciated. I don't even know if I've got any subs. I guess they're called subs over there, aren't they? I don't think I've got any subscribers yet. It is a completely separate channel from my half-hearted attempt at being a makeup channel at one point. Which was, I was just cataloging my Project Pan. FKB is an hour behind. Does your workday start at 5 AM? 5:30, but 15-minute drive isn't too bad at all. That's pretty good. Did that happen, Hep? Haven't you done world just pop up? Or did something just go wrong?
I didn't see it.
Yes, 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 yes. No.
Why would that one specifically fail?
Oh no, here comes
The other ones are
the
working.
Anzac Biggie.
I'll have to debug it after this mission, Hef. And I will refund you your hard-earned points as well.
Anzac Biggie.
Bob! Oh my god, Bob, thank you for the lurk. Much, much appreciated.
Hey.
We're in space and we're fighting. Space fighting. Bob, have you been back to the stream since I bought Just Maddie's green screen? Bobsticle's clearly special. They can do haven't you done well, but me and Hef can't.
I wonder why that is.
Yep.
That is very odd.
I don't think my keying will ever be as good as Mark's, but I'm pretty proud of where I've gotten it to. With only 4 light sources. Sorry, I'm gonna be really bad at being a secondary shooter on this
That's
thing.
fine. Perfectly fine. We're halfway through them. I'm just like,
Nah,
you
let's
know,
go back.
like running the hell away when we need shields and everything's fine.
Nice one.
There's not much they can do against us if we're, you know, smart about it.
I finally saw the animation of the Grineer version of the what's it called when they board your ship?
The drop pod?
Yeah.
Ramming sled.
Yeah, I finally saw the animation of a Grineer one hitting a Ural jack.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, I had no idea there was an animation for that. It looked epic.
It's a cool thing, but I think the only people who will ever see it are people who are in Arkwing outside of a railjack.
No, this person was inside trying to fix their wall.
Oh, and it came in through the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that. That's
It
awesome.
looked epic. It very good, must say, very professional. Thank you so much. That means so much. As a perfectionist.
I sentence you to jazz.
You do a great
Hey, FKB redeeming the classic. Where was that cruise ship we got down a little bit over here?
There it is.
Alright, I am going to
No more
try and
engines to
find the slingshot. Nope, that's not it.
Have you
I've
hit L?
never slingshotted.
Hit L.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, cool. Gotcha. Cool.
I've
Looked
no
at
idea
the
if I hit
stream
the
and I was
thing.
like, oh, you already done it.
And I went right past it.
Oh, damn.
There we go. Got there. This is my first time seeing the green screen. Very nice. WTG. Thank you. FKB.
You like jazz?
Alright, these guys are very high level. Oh, auto hack. Love to see it.
Nice one.
And now the reactor's melting down. Just what we want to see. Oh, that's right. I can be cheeky and just Omni back.
You sure can.
Why isn't there a sentence
Definitely
YouTube
advise it.
FKB video? I like the sound of that. I will have to note that down for future reference and steal that idea. I mean borrow. That's how that works, right?
Yes.
Alright, that's 1 out of 3 cruise ships? Okay, we got this. We got this.
And we're almost through the fighters.
Yep. I mean, they keep spawning, don't they?
No. Not with Grenier.
Oh, okay.
With Corpus
That's
they
nice.
do. But Grenier, apparently, they don't have the resources for that.
Makes sense. They
Does
are Grenier.
indeed- Does indeed make sense.
Alright, let's try this slingshot again. Oh, we're much closer this time. I didn't have to charge at that time? That's
Yeah,
so
you were-
confusing. Maybe
you
I
were
was
right
just
there.
aiming so poorly the first time. Gotta... Oh, no, I'm out of energy. I can't even infect these boys to get them to leave me alone. Ah, the sounds of Grenier dying in the evening. Music to my ears.
They're just very good at it.
And Nightbot got me to stop sitting on my feet. Thank you, Nightbot.
Alright, I'm gonna take out this last cruise ship.
Alright. Look at it go. Boom. Cruise ship gone bye-bye. Gotta love Psy.
He's quite a jovial fellow.
At times.
Misunderstood.
But there was some loot.
He
Where
loves
did
his
the loot
poetry,
go?
Si. He is proud of his love for military poets.
Hmm. That is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you almost got it.
Yep.
Boom.
Meditation. One shot from an arcoplasma is enough to take out an entire Grenier ship.
Yes. I was using that strategy as well. Alright.
So now we gotta track down where the big boy is.
Yeah. I will relinquish the pilot's chair to you.
I think. You didn't have to, but thanks.
I need volunteers to board that galleon and kill its captain.
I can teleport again.
The question is,
Where's the galleon?
where's the galleon? More than 10 kilometers away.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Louise. Oh, I've only got a very small view cone for the slingshot.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You actually have to be pointed at the thing.
Ah. Is that it? Off in the distance? Actually,
Yeah, I'm
it just
not
looks like a rock.
Yeah, it just looks like a rock. I'm not sure. Still looking.
Let me jump on a turret and have another look. No, that's an airlock. No, that's... This is my first time really teleporting around, so... There we go.
Yep, fair enough.
Wow, there really isn't a marker.
Hmm.
I hope it's not bugged.
Oh no, I've had this happen before.
Okay, cool. I mean, it's such a large map. It makes sense.
It's just, yeah, can't see where it is.
Not sure if you guys recognize Saturn, but there are Saturn's rings.
Yep.
Very cute. I like them. Cool, I think I can tell which direction you're flying in thanks to all the
debris.
Yeah, but also the, like, pew pew pew, like, lines indicating direction. Like, space dust. Alright, I got a jet. Have a good day, evening, everyone. You too, FKB. Have a good day at work.
Have a good one.
Man, I'm gonna start envying only a 15-minute work commute. Because there's no way in hell we're gonna buy anywhere close enough to my work.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah. And part of the problem is I sort of want to move near a friend of Zane's.
Yeah.
And then be able to give him lifts into work so we can actually get to work because they're a one-car household.
Yeah.
But he's our night shift guy, essentially.
Right.
Back in the day, he wouldn't get into work until, like, between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.
I think I found it. It's right there. It's right in front of us now.
Oh,
it's
cool.
just really, really big.
Nah, go for it. So yeah. Ooh, been eating my bad emotions of not working out a few weeks going on a walkies. Have a good walk, Hef. Have you always do such a great job of, like, when you exercise, you commit and you go through part of your stamina, I bet. So, don't feel bad about giving yourself a break. But don't use that as an excuse to not start up the habits again, right? That's the tricky part. That's the fucking tricky part.
Looks like he is starting up the habits again, so that's good.
Exactly. Alright, I want to try slingshotting to this thing.
Still a little far away, I think. And also, I think we have to destroy some things on it. Turrets and stuff.
Oh, it just says board.
Yeah, but if we don't, we'll get out here and they'll have wrecked up my ship. The jerks.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your ship goes invulnerable while we're in here, mate.
I know. Okay. I'm being precious.
I mean, it is your ship. It makes sense that you'd be precious about it. Yes, I'm gonna have to do one of these. Have stop it. Now I want chicken nuggies. I should buy myself chicken nuggies to go with my chippies and then calorie count them and have that on the weekend. I've been somewhat nicer to myself on the weekend by buying chippies from like Woolies and then ovening them so they're not getting extra oil imbued from them by being deep fried.
Yep.
I really need some chicken nuggies to match. I actually did a really good job on the chippies last time. I'm not sure why, but they were like ovened chippies, but crunchy.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh yes, this is the end game.
Have you tried air fryer?
No, have yet to purchase an air fryer.
So if you were hypothetically to do that, there's some method that you could use to like. It's like you beat up the potato or something like that. You're like, I know it's like mostly reconstituted potato when it's chippies anyway, but you applying violence to them to potato material brings out starches,
Yes.
which is just a strange thing, but it works.
The
And it
issue
makes
I
the
have
chips
with air
amazing.
fryers
Yeah.
is they seem like a gimmick, especially when every single house I've lived in on the Gold Coast has had a fan-forced oven.
That's quite fair. Why can I not stab this guy?
Because he's not dead yet?
No.
Oh,
There was a
Thrall.
thrall, and I can't paras on him.
Oh yeah, me neither. Very unusual. Let's try with this other one. This other one you
no.
can. What happened?
He just threw me. So.
Ah. I've cast Toxin on the Toxin Boy. This is obviously going to work out well. Ah, I don't like his toxic grass. Grass. Flappy, no! Oh, I didn't mean to grab that, but okay. Video game. How's the target going?
Didn't take damage for long enough. His shield started coming back.
Damn it.
Sure.
I got distracted with thralls.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
I want more relics. You'd think my number one would help keep his shield off.
Yeah. It's okay.
Must have decayed.
Yep. Up. Rolling me again.
Oh shit.
This
Be
might
careful.
kill me. Might kill me.
Yeah, you're looking quite low health.
Yep, didn't quite kill me. But
Where's he? Where's he being cheeky?
up here. Ah.
I could have sworn I'd equipped some health restores, but must not have. Get him!
Stabbed.
Stabby, stabby. Bob coming back for the hot dog. Name a more iconic duo?
Oh, have they fixed it?
What?
Watch him. Yes, they have.
That was broken at some point?
Third parties couldn't see the animation for a while.
Ah. We couldn't see the animation for sisters, it was just misplaced.
Yeah.
Maybe Liches is different. Jazz doing well to fill in the gap of E. Uns. WTF.
Puns.
The joke is, I knew what it said, but I read it out like it was typed anyway.
He uns.
Not hit send.
He swears he did not hit send with that woman.
Yep.
Hey! Old Bab Teddy! Old Bab Teddy going down. She's a bit jittery though.
She does seem a bit jittery.
Poor old lady.
It's
well
like,
past her prime probably.
Yeah. It's like she knows that something's not right.
Ah, I'm on fire. Not in a good way. Ooh! I got down to 3 health. That was amazing.
Nice one.
Oh. Clutch. I popped an energy thing so I could pop my 2 so I could heal.
Nice.
Where is she though?
Not that way.
God damn that knockdown. It burns, it
Right.
burns.
But she's definitely getting fooled by Saren's decoys, so
Yes.
that's
Ow! Ow! Ow!
what a jerk move.
She hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess she's technically like an arch nemesis sort of thing. So.
Yeah, that's totally was supposed to be the idea, yeah.
Are you holding back?
And we're not holding back. I'm getting my ass handed by you, lady.
Down.
Woo! Stabby stab time. Gotta play the animation first, though.
Mm-hmm.
D. Nice.
Suplexed.
Yep. Oh.
Hmm?
I got... Did you get...
No.
I got thrown into Arkwing.
Fair enough.
In the middle of the ship. So it looked like the ship had like exploded, like it had been attacked, but it wasn't. It was just I'd clipped into it.
Weird. Apparently I have a Requiem ultimatum on my gear wheel now that I didn't realize I had there. Okay.
Oh, good work. I haven't killed a Lich since they changed the system with it. Yeah. Gideon didn't like when they changed it. Gideon hadn't realized, and I think he had a Lich we had to defeat, and then it ran off to the Proxima, and he was like,
And I was
"Wait,
just
what?"
like, "What? I didn't know that they did this." And then we went to do it, and then it was like, "Oh yeah, only people who actually have Liches in Saturn Proxima can do this now."
So it kicked Zane and I out of the group, and Gideon cancelled, but he didn't realize that actually vanquished his Lich for him.
Somehow, it must have been a bug at the time, and I got the Kuva Grattler from it by not fighting the Lich.
Yes.
Shrug. No idea how this happened.
I can hear your offenses clearly, yes. Why does everyone hate Nightbot and me? 6, or whatever that bot's name is. They're just bots, they don't understand. Monkey King, Primate, Vandalate, Tenate.
They don't have enough personality.
Oh, only recovered 79k credits.
Yeah, 80k here.
No, recovered 1900.
Oh, reward versus recovered. Yep. Only got
recovered
3,000 recovered. Yep.
25 cryotic.
Good-o.
Alright.
12 endo off of him.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Just me and I! How's it going, just me and I?
Hey.
We just finished our next Lich.
Yep. Just now.
Bab Teddy Kuva Quartark.
Oh yes, Kuva Quartark's a good one. I was using it earlier.
I think that's why I was like, I feel like this one's a good one, and I grabbed it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
I'm doing well, and you? I'm doing fantastically. Now that we've got this bitch down.
Twin
and now that I've got the green screen
stubbers.
and everything in a position that I like. Unlike a standard Quartark, this Kuva Lich variant fires automatically from the hip while retaining its signature feature when aimed, annihilating targets with 4 simultaneous shots.
And what you can do is start firing and then go to aim mode and just, yeah, it's actually pretty fun.
It's only a 25%er, that's right. And I've got this, I still haven't leveled the Tenant Envoy.
That is one of the most powerful weapons in the game, you know?
Yes, I do know. But look at all this shit I've got to level.
That's true.
Do you have a Kuva Zar? No, I've got the Kuva Tonkor. Is my only other Kuva, I'm pretty sure. Now I got the Quartark. Tenant Envoy. I got these ones to level as well. Like, so much to do. So little time to do it in. Speaking of leveling. Should we go and level these weapons?
Sounds like a plan.
Ooh. Ooh.
Although you just hit 3 hours. Yeah, hey, nice one. Yes, that is very nice for this.
Mm. How much is it to rank it up somewhat?
Expensive.
Yes.
Not the
Considering
most
they
expensive,
start at
but
10.
yeah.
Well, this one does at least. Let's see how bad this goes.
Ooh.
That was loud. I love the Kuvasar. Lucky you have stuff to level. I know! It's almost like I'm only MR21 and the world is still my oyster. Around 38k? 38k... What? I've lost context. I've got these guys to level 2. I haven't bothered formering them yet.
Oh, about 38k endo, probably.
Oof.
To max a ribbon mod, yeah.
I have 31k.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite. Not quite there, you know.
It's a bit of a thing.
There was a Riven mod that I ranked, and then I hated myself for ranking it because I don't think I could use it yet. No, it was this Dokram one. Because I'd gotten the Dokram, and no. So I'd gotten the Dokram one, leveled this mod, and then instantly regretted it because I hate the stance that I have on that one.
Yeah. You
But then
can
the
change
Corinth
those,
one,
luckily.
I think I leveled that before I got Corinth Prime. And then it took me so fucking long to get Corinth Prime.
Yeah.
So long. Like, I'd be better off keeping the Endo until I needed the goddamn mod.
Yep. But, I mean, on the other hand, the Corinth is a pretty nice weapon.
Yeah. But, like, I haven't even potatoed it yet. Like,
True. Definitely worth considering.
At some point in the future, I will. I was running out of former at one point because we didn't do Plague Star as much as I had hoped.
Yeah.
Go buy the Shotgun River from Tenchu. I can't, Zane. I don't have the Steel Essence. Oh, I've got a Basmu.
Yes. Huh. Oh, nice.
I got a few. I got a few. What were we just looking at? The Quartark.
Quartark, yes.
7k Endo.
Hey, that's not anywhere near as bad.
That's not anywhere near as bad. That's cheap as chips. I wonder if it depends on what MR the thing is. Since when is it this cheap? I don't know. Like, this guy, which is MR15, I thought was very expensive. I've got another MR15 one. Let's... No, 7k again. Did they nerf the price?
They must have. Must have made it cheaper.
Bastards. Give me my Endo back.
Very
7K.
rarely do they do that kind of thing without refunding somewhere.
Yeah, like the Raljak one's the massive one I can think of. Yeah, I want my Endo back. Me too, Crazy Squirrel. I may as well max this now, because I was clearly waiting to max it, because I didn't have the bloody Endo. Nor the credits. I was probably very credit poor at that point too.
Yeah.
Right, we've got a Wolfram to level. And I think I still have an Affinity Blessing. And I remember it was very well timed, because we loaded the mission and I was like, wait, I don't have my Parazon set up. So I left. And then we got an Affinity Blessing where we landed in a relay.
Yep.
How much former you have left? Very good question, just me and I. I shall answer once I land. 20 former and 6 blueprints. I think I got below 5. And then did some relic farming. Because I needed void traces as well. Arrange frame. Yep. Yep, it's right there in the title, is it not? What is my title again? We finally got a new frame to level.
Got a new
There we
frame
go.
to level. It's true.
Yep. And I by new frame I mean like new frame, not prime. Because if you're leveling a prime, you're just leveling a frame you've already leveled. This is new frame. We could absolutely do with a bless, just me and I. My former count is always 0. Yeah. I've how much former do you have again, Gideon?
140 something.
Insanity.
Let me check.
Oh, also, did you guys see that Gideon got to 28? He's 28. He's getting there. Soon I will have to put an alarm on for like, Gideon, it's bless o'clock.
180.
180 former. Jeez Louise.
I'll use them.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got another Kuba weapon to level now. So
yes. Does blessing on a relay stack up? Not with other blessings, no.
But it does with other types of
boosts.
Boosts.
Yeah, the key
boosters and
the key word is boost in my opinion. You can have like a blessing and a boost. But it will extend the lifetime. It essentially just overwrites it. But I'm happy to take any blessing just me and I wants to give. I mean, look, he's so legendary. So legendary. Thank you. I want to know what that if the thank works and what it looks like. Because I remembered Reb and Meg saying at one point that it was bugged. You have too many former? Not a phrase that should be in anyone's vocabulary. You have just enough former.
There's never too much.
Yep. I reckon we go classic jazz and we kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And we do a defense wave to wave 20. And we do my favorite defense wave, which I can't remember where it is. Is it? No, it's not Eris. I think it's Pluto. I can't remember. There was a defense that we kept doing.
The basket one? The one with the like walls around the defensive area.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was Eris. I think it's that one.
I'm cool with it either way.
Let's try. Let's see if we can. Hey! Oh, good, just me die. All above 500. How do you have above 500? I wish we could trade for them. I feel like it's really funny that when I played in 2014 or whatever it was, you could get potatoes fairly regularly, but former was hard. And it feels like it's the opposite now. Yeah, this is the map. This is the one. I just realized I don't have my Archoplasma equipped anymore.
I do. It's okay.
Cool.
I'm not leveling it. I'm leveling these guys, but
I mean, this thing still slaps. If I can aim.
But then also I can just melee. Because look at this.
Ooh, I do not slap against disruptors.
Ah, yes. Well, yes.
I can give you some. I can give you some former from your secondary account. Are you sure? Oh, you're going back to New World soon? I've heard very good things about New World. I've got at least 2 friends that are obsessed with it. One of whom is in a very, very serious guild who was they were having like pre-launch meetings like meetings and planning shit, and I was just like, how do you do that? Oh,
Well, I mean, you just do it, but like, doesn't it suck a bit of the fun out?
yeah, it seems to me a bit like taking work into the game.
Yeah. Although, you know, if what you're doing is trying to achieve something as a team, and that's what you find fun, then go for it. That's great.
True.
But
I
yeah, I don't know.
I take joy
Um,
from organization sometimes, I'll admit it.
I remember reading some of the Matani's stuff. The guy who basically runs like the biggest alliance in Eve.
Yep.
It's very involved, like because they like his stuff. If I recall correctly, it's been a long time, but he started off basically as an RP kind of guy, like who focused more on writing fiction and stuff like that.
Oh.
There's a whole bunch of like, you know, stories about characters in the game who are actually players. So yeah, it's like if there's a huge mythos attached to it in that kind of situation, and these people are basically playing these roles in their real lives.
Yeah. It's really funny that you mention Eve though, because the friend of mine that's been going, like it's Bodigar, and he used to play Eve so much.
Yeah.
So much. We'll send you some from my second account and okay.
Yeah, because you can gift it from the shop.
Oh no!
With
You
platinum.
don't need to gift Former. I can farm Former. Farming Former is fine. There are some days where I'm happy to farm Former. Trading,
Totally. Besides,
gifting,
we
completely
need
different
void
things.
traces at this point.
Yeah,
We're-
I think I'm back up to 500
yeah.
void traces finally.
I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
still at like 200.
There was a time where when I was capped at 800, I kept hitting that cap and then being like, whoops, I guess I better use up my void traces, and I miss
Yep.
those days.
Yep.
Like 2 months ago, those were the
Yep.
days.
All right. We're already getting to the point where I actually think it's probably worth sweeping.
Oh,
I mean, using the Archiplasmal.
okay. Rather than leveling something up.
Yeah.
Unless you can handle more of the
Because the stubbers are not very powerful at this point.
Yeah. I'm surprised at how well this Quartark's doing. It doesn't even have the rivet on it.
I love it. I love the weapon. It's actually really good.
I'm loving the aim to shoot a massive payload aspect of it.
Actually, come to think of it.
Oh, except when it gets stuck on.
I can use Lamplighter pretty effectively here.
There you go. I love, like, so there's like secondary fire modes, there's alt attacks, but this, like, you zoom in and you get like the boom.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, that's a good design.
Yep.
That's right up my alley.
It's very satisfying to use.
Yes.
But it's also very versatile. Because like I said, you can start firing and then aim, and it becomes basically a completely different weapon. It's like using a feels a bit like using the old freaking what's it called, M10, like it's like a big old light machine gun kind of thing.
Ah.
Rambo style thing. M102, I think it is.
Okay. So her 3 when you're not using it to move is interesting. Oh, that was not what I meant to do.
Wrong weapon.
That's fine. Doesn't still surge if you use it to teleport. Just me and I
think so. He's helpful, Tenno.
20?
What?
The Empress Collection! You didn't have to do that! Thank you!
Wow.
I've been holding out for her. I've been so excited. How did you know I wanted that one? Thank you so much. I'm so spoiled.
That's so nice. Damn.
Got him.
People are so generous here. So generous.
Not 24-mer, it are 24-mer bundle. It was on your wish list. I had been using the wish list to keep track of what I was looking to buy next.
That's not 24-mer, that's 20 times 3 former.
Holy shit! You didn't have to do that, mate! But thank you! I was just like, I'm not understanding, like, the nuance in the name difference here.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, I guess I better start bloody forming some weapons, eh?
Yep. You can do that Tenant Envoy now.
Yes! And the secondaries. Jeez Louise. Heavens to Betsy. I can't. I'm speechless.
That's a lot of former.
That's a lot of former.
Wow.
That's more former than I think I've ever owned in this game.
You legend, just me and I.
Giving us blessings and then giving me former, like...
There's some clips coming from this episode.
Oh, okay, so if you start shooting and then you zoom in...
Yeah.
It stays automatic. I see what you mean now.
Yeah.
I see. Now I should be able to use that to do that. There we go. Now I'm thinking with portals.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Core Talk rank 9 from 0, not bad.
Yep.
Sorry, Quartark. I'm going to say it funny because I don't know how to pronounce it, and if I intentionally say it wrong, then it's
also,
all good.
It's a Grineer weapon, so who the fuck knows how they pronounce anything?
That's very pertinent.
You've heard how they talk.
I'm guessing you haven't uploaded that emote yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. It takes...
I didn't upload. I was waiting for people, like, for you to review it and make sure that it was acceptable. And then
No, I really liked it.
Yeah, cool.
I feel like it can take up to a day, maybe longer, for emotes to be approved, so...
Totally.
You got to get it in time for your Sunday stream.
Yeah, I just remember... I'll do it after today.
Cool.
I remember Kate talking about it back in the day when she had instant approval because everybody was like, oh my god, she actually knows what she's doing with the art.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I remember
It's not like she had... It wasn't like she had a huge following at the time either.
Yep.
And they just kind of went, yeah, like this is an actual artist. Let's give her automatic approval.
Damn, son.
Yeah. Great.
I remember there was an emote that I made for Crichton, which was like a D20 in the colors he was using at that time with a K in it.
Yeah.
K for Crichton.
The one
and
that
they
he was
rejected that. Because you can't have individual letters.
Oh, really?
You can't spell out stuff with several emotes.
I gotcha. I didn't realize this was an actual rule, but yeah, that actually does make sense.
That's the reasoning they gave him for rejecting it.
Yep. because people could then spell whatever they wanted without their ability to
Moderate.
moderate or police it. Yeah.
Yep. But I swear I've seen other people with like parts of words that you can use to write rude
Oh,
shit.
totally.
So. It happens.
Totally. And then I'm like, yeah, like that cancelled emote, and then like, then I'm immediately like, now I'm thinking about Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
Why is marketing the way that it is?
I don't know.
Why is it so obvious that this whole controversy thing is just an effort to get his name into headlines so that people will actually watch his show? Like, why is it so obvious?
Should I make escape communication inbox into an emote for just me and I? What have you done? Oh my god, what have you done?
Why?
Oh, weapon slots! Can always use more weapon slots.
That's true, can definitely use weapon slots.
More weapon slots.
At least it's cheap.
More weapon slots.
At least it's something that's cheap.
More weapon slots. More weapon slots. Warframe slot. Very nice. Like a bit of variety. Another Warframe slot. Another Warframe one. Another Warframe one.
Is it just like 5 of each, or?
2 or a former bundle. Holy shit, I died. That was so spectacular. Oh, that's another way to remove my Moti boys. Is by dying.
Oh yes, that'll do it.
Just me and I. You're too fucking kind. I really need to dedicate an emote or something to you to say thank you. Because this is just... I'm speechless again. And I haven't even finished going through the list. There is more. Goddamn. Are you going to break the DE servers? Like, are they going to struggle to be able to deliver this much mail? Alright, I'm not going to open it until I confirm that this is wave 15. Okay, and I'm not going to bug out the mode. Okay, there's 2 more. So far. Oracle reactors! Potatoes! Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Thank you. Oh god, I needed potatoes. Like, I was so happy. I think it was on the weekend. I discovered there was a catalyst or former alert up.
Oh yeah.
And so I got me and Zane to go into that to get catalysts. Because we needed them. It's very useful. Thank you so much. Like, I've an excessive amount of things to do in this game now. An excessive amount of things to level.
What a hole. Gosh. You're gonna be approaching me in level soon, pal.
No, I think I've still got a way to go to catch up with you.
I'm old, like a grandparent.
I hope you're a proud grandparent.
Definitely.
Choose to leave now or continue fighting. Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Right, 5 more, and I think we might call it there.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I'm pretty tired. I haven't had dinner yet, even.
Oh no.
It's prepared. It's all.
Oh, cool.
Go chuck it in the microwave. But
I got woken up at 4:30 a.m. by one of those supercell thunderstorms they've been threatening us with.
Yeah. Damn.
Like, the longest roll of thunder I've heard all year so far. What's the range on this boy?
Oh, all of the range.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think that's one of those attacks that just should
Crack
not
open a
actually have
$30 bottle of wine and have a
range
chug
limit.
along.
Did you catch that ludicrous display last night? William Shatner in space.
I did, and then I was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I had heard of it as well, Hef. Mainly
Yeah.
just because people were being so cynical about it.
I'm like, it's great and all that, you know, once upon a time we had like this like belief about, you know, and now we have better communications technology and people haven't put two and two together that actually it was just as bad back then, they just didn't know about it, but, you know, etc.
Don't
Now,
worry, I won't send you any more today. Have fun in New World.
Yeah, good luck.
I'll have to find
hope
out if
it's
I can
fun.
give people stuff in New World. Turn the tables.
Yeah, totally. Wow.
Because it's Amazon, of course there'd be.
Yeah, true. In fact, I would assume, like, you'd hope that considering, you know, I mean, I actually, you know what? Forget I said anything. They're using Lumberyard, and also, they don't have good Twitch integration. I was going to say, wouldn't it be cool if they'd thought about it enough, Amazon Game Studios had thought about it enough and gone, hey, we own Twitch, maybe we should like make sure that there's Twitch integration in, you know, in the base stuff in our games.
That would have been a smart idea.
I have no faith that that will have happened.
No. In these giant companies, I am well aware of how teams don't communicate with each other.
Indeed.
Especially with considering how Twitch must be still a very siloed company.
Oh, but also the news from like the problems that they were having with the game studio business.
Yeah.
They literally solved it by throwing enough money at it that they could hire enough people to do the work, people who are experienced.
Yep.
We both know what happens when you keep doing that, and your product does not meet minimum spec. Eventually, you choke yourself.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I had to tell my manager recently why throwing more people at our Java upgrade problem wasn't a good idea.
Gosh, there is actually a functional limit to the number of people who can communicate on a project in a given time.
But also, don't have 3 people wasting their time looking at the same problem independently.
Yeah.
Which is what did happen and was going to happen more of if manager threw more people at the problem.
Yeah.
It still happened with 2 of us, but it was me and the technical person that's above me and the other team lead.
Yeah.
So the people's time that technically we can afford to waste on big problems. The issue was
the people whose job it is to work on those kinds of problems.
Yes. And the problem was caused by the other technical guy. But he needed my expertise to know how to solve it.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were the right people to solve the problem.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need the people who have the specific skills in the right places for that kind of stuff. AWS, I feel like they're going to choke themselves. I feel like it's going to be like Star Citizen, but without an end date, you know?
Jetpack! We got a jetpack in the chat! Jetpack, welcome to the Booty Warframe. This is Buttframe. Or Buttframe all the time now. She's trying to be a little bit modest, but, you know.
Yeah, the cape is there for a specific reason. And it is that when they demoed her on the stream, people went...
They were trying to show off a new environment, and this chick was just wiggling around.
There's terrain, and I can't concentrate. Like, literally every single person, including Rebecca, on the dev team, on the stream team, was like, we want to show you this content, but we're very distracted right now.
No, I think Reb was oblivious, if I remember seeing the abridged version.
No, she wasn't.
No, because she was talking about the environment, and it was the boys that brought up that no one could pay attention.
Well, I mean, she was trying her best.
Yes.
She's dedicated, you know?
Yes.
But she was definitely also getting distracted.
Quite likely.
She actually talked about it before they did, but like without reference.
Okay, that might not have been in the clip I saw, and or you might be confusing two different buds.
Oh, it's entirely possible. Because there have been more than one.
Yes. Did you see that ludicrous display last night? Jetpack shat in William's face. People know what they want. It's true. Yeah, it has been a long time. I'm streaming again. Woo! Took a break, came back. I proved that I could take a break, and now I'm proving I can start streaming again.
Yay!
It's a race. Life is a race.
I'm glad you did. You did prove.
It's too much fun to give up. What can I say?
Ooh.
So we've done a lot tonight. We completed our Lich. We completed Knights and Naberus.
Completely completed Knights and Naberus.
Yes.
Like 100%ed it.
Until they add new stuff next year, there's nothing for me to do for it for the next 20 days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they left the event up that long.
I feel because they wanted to make it into the October thing. But I feel like last year when they first demoed it, there was a plan for there to be interactive content, and they didn't have enough time to do it. And of course this year they don't have enough time to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense.
So
sadly.
Yeah. It's filler content, but it's not terrible.
Yeah. Jetpack, I hope you're referring to Knights of Naberus being easy to speedrun, not Life. I would prefer if people didn't speedrun Life.
Oh dear.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I can... 2 birds, 1 stone. As a chill end to the evening. Both are easy to speed run. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna do a mobile defense fisher and then call it there. Gideon, are you already out?
I'm out. I'm gonna go and make my dinner, I think.
Oh, good. Yes, go get your dinner. It's an hour later for you than it is for me.
Yeah, so it's 9:30 here and I haven't eaten dinner. Yeah, that's right.
You're crazy. Go eat.
Wow, could be worse. But yeah, I'll chat to you soon, hey?
Yeah, chat to you later.
Ciao.
And then we leave the Discord. And we bask in the silence of the video game. Alright, now back to shooting shit. So, I have all these relics, right? I've got 29, 22, 20, 18. I've already had dinner. Jetpack, I have dinner at like 4 PM. I'm one of those crazy people. All these relics are bloody vaulted, so I don't want to use them up. It's very silly of me, but that's just what you do. So we're gonna crack I1s and A4s. Well, probably only an I1. I'm probably only gonna do this once. Could do it more than once. Probably gonna only do it once. That's not dinner, that's late lunch. It's dinner because I had lunch at 11:30 and then I had a little thing as a snack. A little pot of banana fudge as a dessert. And then I had dinner at 4 so that I could stream by 5. That's how numbers work, right? I think that's how numbers work. Alright. Oh no, I can't level the Quartark if I have to carry a thing. Oh well. We'll survive. We'll cope. We will persevere. Ah! Jazz Small? Jazz Small too. That is a very good counter argument as well. Zane no making stream dinners anymore. Nah, Zane hasn't done that in a while. I don't know what... So we stopped getting the like Marley spoon and shit. And then because I am so small, I have to very tightly control how many calories I eat. Otherwise, I get back up to the weight that I'm currently at, which is very annoying because, you know, So trying to get Zane to do recipes and calorie count, it's just, I don't want to burden him with that.
This will take a moment.
What is his deal? Good question. Next question. Fair enough. Yeah. It's... like, I'm pretty sure I will have to end up going under 1,200 a day if I want to have reasonable... like, what I was talking about earlier was having chippies and chicken nuggets on the weekend. If I do that on the weekend and I have more like 1,500 calories, then I need to be eating under 1,200 calories on a day-to-day basis. But shit's hard. It's hard to calculate. It's hard to keep track of. Unfortunately, I let myself have a break from dieting and I discovered how great it is to be able to eat chocolate things and brownies and fiber one fake fudge things. And it's been very bad. I now eat way more snacks than I used to. I used to just, eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. But now I've got to have, like, a dessert with lunch. And figuring that out into calories as well. The whole fast for 2 days of the weeks worked for you. Ah. I couldn't do that. When I'm hungry, I can't concentrate and I get mad at everything. Everything. I just get angry. I get hangry. I'm a very hungry individual. I'm hungry right now. Why are we talking about food? How did we get here? I told myself I couldn't have a dessert with dinner because I'm already at 1,169 calories for the day. And instead I started drinking my pink lemonade to try and hit that sweet spot instead, because it is no sugar, pink lemonade. So I really need to get myself some more pink lemonade right now is what I'm trying to say. But I'm fighting dudes, so I can't really. And we cracked the relic. What got the relic boost? Ooh, these guns.
Still working on it.
Mileage may vary. Yep. All food went up another $1 in a day here. Holy shit. That's one of the, Zane got some pretty bad health results recently, and it's kicked him into a little bit of a health kick in terms of eating more veggies. So every time I go grocery shopping, I try to be like, Zane, want some veggies? Veggies are so cheap here. So cheap. Workers were talking about how they're going to install e-ink price display, so there's no need to pay people to change the prices so often. Oh, I think I have seen them trialed in some places. Like in the US, like pictures on Reddit, not here anywhere. Epilepsy meds remove your sense of hunger anyway. Yeah. I'd be interested to see where that sort of intentional meds can go. But at the moment I'm on no medication and I'm happy about it. Veggies are good stuff, indeed. Depends on the veggies. Beans are so damn expensive. Really? I would not expect that of the humble bean. Depends what type of bean I mean. Depends on what type of bean I mean. Hey! Do you mean green beans? Do you mean black beans? Do you mean snow peas? What do you mean? Best Buy and JCPenney's have them all around you. Oh, they've already got them. Damn. And they are the type of store I would expect to use that as justification to get rid of people. Green beans. Okay. Well, Zane requested broccoli and carrots and cucumber. And they're all cheap as chips. Cheaper than chips, actually. Chips are like... The cucumber wasn't for eating, says Zane. I was waiting for a cucumber joke. As soon as I said it, as soon as I said the word cucumber, I was like, I hated price changing and putting ad up. Not a job worth working. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's one of the interesting points that the Expanse touches on. In the Expanse, on Earth, they've like, you know, solved a whole bunch of that shit. But everyone's underutilized. And in one of the more recent episodes we watched, there's a guy that mentions that he applied to, I think, basically go into like TAFE, like skilled education. I can't remember what another good word for TAFE is. Because I was going to say tertiary education, but it didn't sound like university. It sounded like applied stuff. He applied for that when he was 17, and he was like 50 odd or something. Was he 50 odd? I don't think Zane's been listening. I don't think he can verify for me. And he still hadn't gotten an invite yet, just because he's still on the waiting list. And I can't see where to go because my signal keeps being disrupted. Where the frick is the... I probably just need to go up here. There we go. There was a little blimpy boy knocking out my signal, my minimap, so I couldn't see shit. Both mundane and intricate, yeah. I imagine it's the sort of work where you get really down on yourself for being tired by it, because, oh, you're just changing sticker labels. What's so exhausting about that? But it's still work, and especially physical work. I'll never understand why Lebanese cucumbers are so much cheaper than continental. I did buy him Lebanese cucumbers. How did you know? We're not heading straight for the exit because I do want the XP from this. Come on, shoot the thing. Nope, didn't shoot the thing. Not enough of a sharp shooter tonight. Now I can get some more pink lemonade. Yum yum yum. Unfortunately, this is only sold in Coles, and I generally only shop at Woolies. So, Zane discovered this like a month ago. It's taken me until now to buy it. Because they are 1/10 of the price. Wow! That's ridiculous. Also missing to take down old signage and people wanting that price after explaining to them that we're in no way legally required as our displays have dates on them. Yes! I remember using... I was trying to use the the date display on the thing for something, but I can't remember what it was. I think I was trying to figure out if a special was going to go for like 2 weeks, but they only said it was going to like end after week 1. I think I was trying to start checking on the labels to see whether or not I could figure that out beforehand. But I don't think I ever did. I think I gave up on it. My brain can't retain that amount of info for a long period of time. Like, I can't even remember to book my car in for a service. It was due for a service in September. And I forgot. Here all Sundays. Ah, here our specials change on Wednesday. So Wednesday morning, everything's different. Not really anything retains that price for 2 weeks. Interesting. I know we've definitely had things here where I've stocked up on it because it's been on special. And it's been on special again for... I think the exact same price again. Ooh. Sensor bar. Don't want to get zappy zapped. Yes, I am confident, Lotus. Stop doubting me, Mum. I was like, we're going to go the long way. And then I was like, hang on a sec. There's a shortcut. Hole in the floor that I've no doubt fallen into many times as a baby Warframe player. Oh, I hate this one. So many angles to have to defend from. The only specials I really spent any attention to were Aldi specials, yes! Except, that gets pricey when you start buying all the special buys. I have been on like a break from Aldi for a couple of months now, and I'm not mad about it. But like, there were a few key things where I saw them come around, I was like, I'll get them next time. And then I had to wait like a year to get a paper shredder. But it's like, yes, I finally have the Aldi paper shredder, which is probably identical to the Office paper shredder that I could have had all along. Value. Aldi's pronounced Aldi here. Yes, I've heard that. Aldi. Here it's in Queen... I'm pretty sure in Queensland we pronounce it Aldi. All about self-control. as discussed earlier in the food discussion, self-control? What's self-control? That's the thing, you can justify it because it's a special buy and it's only there for like a week and you gotta rush. Shitty FOMO tactics. I need my 1 kilo of artichoke in oil, damn it. I need my shitty foot massages, god damn it. One day I might buy one of those from Aldi. At least that'll last you. You would expect a kilo of artichoke to last you. Depends how much you like artichoke. Also, welcome back, Gideon. Hope you're enjoying your dinner. This pistol is actually a set of 2 pistols, I'm pretty sure. And it's just blah! I find it fun. That does. Ooh, throw it on in roast or on pizza. That sounds very good. We bought a new type of McCain pizza last weekend, the sourdough one, and it was very good. So we have bought more sourdough pizza for this weekend. Because half a pizza is half my daily calories. So therefore, that's a good amount of calories to splurge on. So I have one half of the pizza and Zane has the other half. And all is fair and equitable. You're enjoying it? Very good to hear. It's like, how deep do we want to get? Because that just reminded me of like, oh yeah, I've probably got food volume issues because it used to not feel fair when my brother could eat more ice cream than me because he was A, boy, and B, tall, and I was A, short, and B, a girl. Very hard to resolve how that could be fair.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find
So many memories of getting pizza after going to like extracurricular activities though. And watching House. Oh, that was the... We'd either come home and watch House or we'd come home and watch Rove live. Those were the days. Or some good sketch comedy. The dichotomy of life. Very that. Also, life isn't fair the majority of times. And it's very hard to resolve that when you are a child.
This will take a moment.
I think one of the things I've learnt since streaming though is that life might not be fair, but it can also be not fair in your favor. You can also get very lucky with awesome community members. Like, I really appreciate you guys coming to the stream tonight. My last Oni stream didn't do too well, so I was like, oh, and you try to not let it hurt you. Not hurt, but you try to not let it affect you, but you guys are here and chatting, and it's like, yay! All lurking. Appreciate the lurkers. Gotta say I appreciate the lurkers. As someone that would like to lurk more often than she does. Yes! Last Tuesday and this Tuesday, Jetpack, I streamed Oxygen Not Included. It was in my stream elements schedule, but not in the... Well, the first one was in the stream elements schedule, but it wasn't in the Twitch schedule. Because you can either set it as a reoccurring event or a once-off event in Twitch. You can't set it like, okay, for the next 4 weeks I'm going to be doing Oni streams, which is very silly. Dang, I would have liked to watch that. Well, Jetpack, in that case, I'll keep streaming them on Tuesday then, if you can attend. You can see my mad brain strategies for certain things. Ones you think are going to be good are bad, and ones you think are going to be throw always excel. No rhyme or reason. Yes, very that hef. Like your stream the other day when there were literally too many of us in chat. That was so much fun. So much fun. It was just like a perfect storm. And moments like that are rare, but epic. I believe you can use a GCal or similar. Ah, I thought that would have been for exporting, not importing, but I will have to investigate now. Alright. Wisp to 19, Quartark to 20, Oma to... Oma? That must be Oma. Truly. 18. I think we call it there. Google Cal. Yeah. Good point, worth checking. Yeah, the amount of calendaring things I've used where it's like export to iCal or GCal or whatevs. Whatevs. See, I love the camera being back on an angle. I can actually look at you guys now. It's so good. Got chat, camera, game. Perfect. Perfect. Whoa! Look at how big chat is now. It's almost like I made chat bigger. I did. I made it bigger. Because look at all the look at all this room we have now. Now that we don't have like webcam frame or chat background. It's so good. I think it's good. I hope it's good. Green screen behind? Yes. Yes. I bought it off Just Maddie for like half price. Let me show you. Boop. See, and that's how I've tried to light it. So there's a key light there. There's a cheap Kmart ring light there, trying to make sure that the edges are lit. And then we boop, we chroma key it. Alright, I probably should chuck some music back on for this part, but like I said earlier, I accidentally closed that. Beautiful. This is a nice, chill song to close out the evening. Guys, I also made a YouTube channel. I'm gonna try and keep it updated. I don't know if I should... when you export from Twitch, which is what I'm doing, I'm being cheeky. I'm not downloading and re-uploading. I'm not editing. Ugh, editing. Twitch gives you the choice of chucking it up into 15-minute chunks. I'm not sure if I should be doing that or if I should just be smacking a 2-hour video up there. Because I don't... We'll see, we'll see. I'm very keen to get my highlights from doing the main story pieces of Warframe up there. I haven't done that yet. That's my next exporting task. But I've got some videos up there. The ones that were left on Twitch, I've got up there. As well as that Among Us clip that I very much liked. Looks like you're right, and it's a calendar export only. You know how I love being right. What's the phrase from Real Monsters? I told you so? I don't think I told you so really applies here. I don't think it works. But yeah. Yeah, because I assumed it was something for like, especially if you've got a team with you streaming. You want to be able to export that shiz. It was actually. I remember shit that's relevant to me. Okay, who should we raid? I'm taking suggestions. Because at the moment, the only person I can really see is Z, playing Resident Evil Village. I hate to tell you so, but actually I don't hate it. I told you so. Very me. Of course I know about it, Hef. Of course. I'm a child of the 90s. Of course. I was going to try and remind you guys I'm a child of the 90s. Gideon saying ahaha, Zane, Jetpack is saying bahaha. Gideon saying stop breaking reality.
I'll just go downstairs.
Yep. And you can see what sort of angle the camera's pointing at the green screen, because the green screen is like flat behind me, a little bit offset. And that's the angle we've got it on. So my horizontal, not as stretchy. I'm never gonna go as far as F and have that 360 really cool thing. Tickets Tom, Gamers Made J, and Scoopunk, they're all on. I thought I was already following Scoopunk. Am I not following Scoopunk? I must be. Do they have like a joint channel? Am I following the joint channel? Fun, but he also has hundreds. Exactly why we're not. 180 to be precise according to my screen. The Geek Punks. Yes, that's the one I'm following. I wasn't following Scoop Punk yet? Well, I followed him now. And now we're gonna kick off the raid. Scoot has 50s. I didn't notice that. Well, I've already have I kicked off the raid? Did the raid die? Did the raid just save me? Excellent. Looks like we're not raiding Scoot Punk. Let's go look at Gamermate J. That's better. Like, we want someone in our wheelhouse, thank you. Yes, it is Numberism Jetpack. Some people subscribe to the, you can only raid people within like 20% of your viewership size. I would raid you, Zane, but you haven't started streaming yet. Tom has 11. Some people are already too popular. Okay, we're gonna raid Gamermate J. Let's see if the raid will work this time. You already have a raid in progress. Let's see if it works this time. Hey, alright. Alright, we get to raid Gamermate J. I would say friend of the channel, but I'm gonna say friend of Hef's channel. Thank you for the suggestions, Hef. Go send him some hellos on my behalf. And I'll see you guys over there. Catch it. And I'm remembering that I'm gonna have to hit end stream before I hit raid now. And so now I'm going to do that. Bye, guys.